this team, we're going to stand together and fight this disease.
I come this way before, travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a break with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal, cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth, it's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. Fight for millions, take a second, see the blessing in it. With much expected, much is given. Wanna make the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine, let them see it brilliant. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it to life. Oh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm ASICS. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lack it. While cancer slowing our road, I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, give something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going back soon and fight this final round. Life's a quick with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your goal. Games get played, can't take it personal, cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, it's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do.
Hey, what's up, JP? We gonna call him JQ. What up, Michael, Rob, RB, Shermaine, Triple OG, G Brown, Taiwan. How you been? Where you been? What's up, DB, KJ? Love is the word. What up, Rich? Andrew Hotep, what it do? Hey, Michael, appreciate you. Don Juan Munoz, man, you might live in not in Pomona, but you live in the city next to Pomona. You live in Baldwin Park. What up, K-Dub? What up, Corey-O, man? I appreciate everybody coming in here early, coming in here often. Did I Taylor Bell, Shelton? Did I miss anybody? Hustler Slim, D Hodges, Signature. What's up, man? I appreciate everybody coming in here, man. So I appreciate y'all. My temperature is dropping, so I'm gonna be a little sweaty the first half of the show and shit, but it's cool. We gonna make it pop, make it do what it do. You know, I had a late run today. Let me tell y'all what happened today, man. So I'm taking Lincoln to school today, and he says there's a sign that says Culver City, right? And he says, "Daddy, what does Culver mean?" I says, "I don't know, Lincoln." So right before it, so we doing our bedroom routine, and he remembered to ask me, "What does Culver mean?" And I says, "Well, I don't know. I got an iPhone though. I got an iPhone now, y'all, but it's a 7." RIP to the Android, man. RIP to the Android. So I'm like, "I don't know, Lincoln. So let's look it up." And I look it up, and it's a pigeon or a dove. And Lincoln, being the kid that he is, he says, "So That's Pigeon City? And we must have laughed. We must have laughed so hard, man. We laughed for like 15 minutes, man. Pigeon City? So Culver City is really Pigeon City or Dove City. You know what I mean? Dove City, Pigeon City, whichever one you want to go with, man, depending on the mood that day. You know what I mean? so that was the joke, man. So I literally just got done running and stuff. So don't mind me if I'm I didn't know. I never knew that, DB. So if I start sweating in the middle of the show, I'm not having a midlife crisis. That's just my temperature coming down. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, man, without further ado, man, we got the great one coming in, man. We got Slick Nick coming in, man. How you feel, big homie?
Man, I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Man, I appreciate you coming in here, man. We doing well, man. How's it feel to be 2-0? What does that
Man,
feel like?
it feel great. We going 3-0 this Friday in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, man. How many rounds you going this week?
4. I got one more 4 round after this, and I'll be pushing up to 6.
Oh, congratulations with that, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
How was camp?
Man, camp was great. The only thing about camp that I hate is cutting weight.
Uh-huh.
That's the worst part. I'm pretty sure every boxer will tell you that cutting weight. That's the
Uh-huh.
worst part. Everything is easy and fun and games till it's time to cut weight.
How much do you weigh tonight?
Right now, I'm probably like 138,
Okay.
137, in between
Okay.
that range. I got to be at 135.
Oh, you fighting at the official weight?
Yeah.
What?
Well,
I wonder why
I
they
want
did
to
that.
train my body to always get that way. I don't want to get comfortable being over, because the
Mhm.
body, you got to take care of your body and to take care of you. So my body used to be at 35. It'd
Mhm.
be easy for me to keep making 35.
Yeah, before we get into what's going on at 135, man, did you watch what happened Sunday night?
Yes, I did.
And tell me what you thought. First,
Man, I mean,
first before we get to Floyd, what did your professional fighter? What did you think of Chad Johnson's performance?
I think, to be honest, I just think certain people need to stick with their profession.
Mhm.
To be honest, that's just like, let's just say, a boxer going to UFC. Like, a boxer is known for just all hands until kicks and elbows and slams and all that has been involved. They're lost and they're not sure what to do. So I just think certain people need to stick to their profession. But I mean, I don't blame these guys for chasing the dollar. Like,
Right.
get it how you live. Like, if they want to get in there and get knocked out for 30 million, can you blame them?
Mhm. Right. And Jared Hurd, did you watch the Jared Hurd fight?
Yes, I did. Jerry Hurd, I just think he's trying too many different styles. He need to fix what's comfortable to him and stick with that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's trying too many different styles. I mean,
That's-
trying out the styles is in training, but you got to do what's best for you and what's working for you in the fights.
And it's funny. Me and the shop had that conversation Sunday night. It's like he's stuck in between trying to be a boxer, trying to use his jab, and
Yeah,
trying to be who he is that inside physical presence type of
type of guy. Yeah.
yeah. What advice would you give a Jared Hurd?
I would give Jerry Hurd the kind of walk down advice because he's naturally bigger than most of his opponents. So he could naturally, like, when he was walking guys down and using his body, his strength, he was doing a lot better than what he was. And to be honest, I mean, if that was working for him, a lot of people might not like it. A lot of people might say he's sloppy, he's not technical. But I'm a firm believer if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Right. Yeah, and he only had one loss, you know what I mean? So London Bridges wasn't falling down just yet, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah. Main event. Did did you watch the Badu Jack fight, by the way?
Yeah, I seen that.
Okay.
Badu Jack looked pretty sharp. He looked pretty good to me.
He looked
Impressive in form. Impressive, impressive performance for me, for
okay.
him.
Yeah, he's steady and consistent. You know what I mean, you
Yeah,
know what you getting. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean.
No.
Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul.
Well, I mean, I guess it was fun for the fans. They wanted to see that. Both guys walked away with a huge check. Nobody got hurt, so I mean, I guess it was okay. Where am I affirm? Was I okay with it? I mean, it was okay, something to watch, but I mean, I'm more. I think Floyd just need to really like just hang it up. Like now it's just like a circus act. Like this is a serious sport, and things like that is what makes guys think they can come to this sport and just box. That's why football players and basketball players are coming in the sport to box. Man, I mean, I ain't too fond of it because this is a serious sport. Like this is not a joking matter sport,
Right.
and a lot of people are coming to this sport thinking it's a game because of guys like Floyd Mayweather fighting YouTubers and guys of that sort.
And who do you think won the fight, or out of curiosity?
Floyd definitely won that
Oh,
fight.
Floyd definitely won.
Yeah,
Who do you think has a bigger ascension? Like who's gonna go? Whose brand will become bigger after Sunday night?
I mean Floyd Mayweather brand is gonna always be naturally big just because of who he is and the name he made in boxing. But
Right.
whatever brand Logan Paul had, that has definitely stopped rocket as well because now he's going to be known as the guy that fought Floyd Mayweather.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
I never thought about it in those terms.
yeah.
You're absolutely right. How do you? What inspired you to get in the sport of boxing?
Well, actually, I was
Take us all
actually
the way back. Take us all the way back, if you don't mind.
okay.
Yeah.
I started boxing around I was 7, turning 8, and I was playing baseball, basketball. You know, typical kid sports, like typical things to do like that. But as a child, I would always fight a lot. I like low key had a lot of anger for whatever reason. I have no idea, but I just had a lot of anger. Like kindergarten, first grade, I was fighting. My mom has her own hair salon, so I was fighting literally every kid that came in her hair salon in the back of the shop. So one day, Coach Gloria Pete, the first woman Olympic coach, had walked in my mama's shop, and it's just so ironic that she walked in there the same day that I beat somebody kid up in the back of my mom's shop. And she was just like, "You need to bring him to the gym. Like, let him release some of that anger, that bad energy, and put it somewhere positive." So my mom was like, "Yeah, you right." And she was like, "You want to box?" I was like, "Yeah," but really, I really ain't have no choice. My mom was just sick of me fighting, so her goal was to, I'm gonna go put you around some people that can fight. Let's see if you really big and bad.
Mm.
So went to the gym. I think I watched the first day. Then the second day, I got in the gym. Then I don't. I think I've been in the gym only about a week or two. Then the third week, I sparred somebody that's been in the gym for a while, and I really gave him a run for his money. And I was just like, yeah, this is the sport right here that I'm gonna stay in. And I ain't really started taking boxing serious and seeing a career with it until I was around 14, 15, well, 12 years old when I won my first belt at the National Silver Gloves.
Mm. And what does mom think of it now? Think
Yeah,
about
I mean, mom is she still acts like I'm 10 at my fight sometimes.
uh
Still yelling, still nervous, as her child getting in there. She gonna always look at me as her little boy, so she still gets nervous, but she's not as bad as she used to, but she still gets nervous when I fight
uh
and things of that sort. Yes, sir.
How about dad? Does dad?
Dad is a straight up guy. He loves it. Like he just he roots for me. He's not as bad as my mom. He can sit down and actually watch the fight.
Uh,
As soon as I get to the time I walk to the ring and get in the ring, my mom does not sit down until I walk out the ring.
uh And you just recently turned pro, right?
Yes.
And how was that process from going from amateur to pro, in terms of, because you're signed to Golden Boy now, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So how does that work? Uh, Going from amateur to pros.
I
Did
mean,
you meet with PBC top rank and all them?
I really never really was like I really thought it was never a difference to actually my first pro debut, and it's a big difference. The atmosphere, the energy inside that ring, the no headgear, the no shirt, all that plays effect. The smaller gloves, and it's no longer an amateur style where is who land the most punches. Now it's the more effective punches, the more powerful punches. Like somebody can land 3 shots, and if I land one hard shot and it rocks you, basically I'm winning the round now. So You just got to know the system, know how the punch system work, and how the judges are scoring.
Mm,
And actually, Golden Boy gave me the first real contract. Like, yeah, I do like Top Rank and these other top promotional companies, but Golden Boy is the only one that gave me the real official. Like a lot of people were saying what they would do and what they can do, but Golden Boy actually put it out there that they were going to do it. So, we gotta go with the person who's serious and who's putting out the contract, who's putting out the money for real.
mm. Did you come to LA for that?
No, I actually signed here in Norfolk.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, they sent me the contract here, so I didn't have to fly out there to LA.
okay, okay. How was the boxing scene in Norfolk? Are you cool with the Davis boys? And
Yeah, that's what's crazy. We actually grew up together. We came up in the same gym together from 8 years old, 8, 9 years old till I think they separated and went to Alexandria when we are about 16, 17 years old. So from 8 to 17 we was in the gym together. Barat Park is where we started together.
so y'all put in a lot of rounds together, huh?
Definitely.
Definitely, yeah. And y'all in the same weight class, right? Or
Yeah,
you
yeah, I think so. Yes, sir.
okay, no, no, that's fly. And
Yeah,
he's going to the Olympics. I
he
just saw him
definitely
post.
is. Just told him congratulations on that as well.
How competitive is the Olympics?
I never actually been on the Olympic level to see how competitive it is, but from the outside looking in, it looks very competitive. Like you're fighting literally every athlete in your weight class from different countries. So I only can imagine how competitive that is. You fighting the best in the literally the world.
Mm, mm. People are gonna ask, who would you compare your style to?
I would compare my style to it's a variety of people. Like I'm more of a boxer puncher. Like I box. I'm very slick. Like Pernell, which is my favorite fighter, Pernell Whitaker, and Floyd May. So altogether, it would be Pernell Whitaker, Floyd Mayweather, and Andre Ward, and a tad bit of Canelo.
A tad bit of Canelo.
Yeah,
Did you get a chance to ever meet Pernell?
Pernell. Yes, Pernell
You
was
did.
actually yes. A lot
Wow,
of times we that was a very
wow, that's
close friend of
great.
mine. My mom actually did his ex-wife hair, so he was. I actually have pictures of him holding the bag for me in the gym, watching me shadow box. I worked with him a lot. He was one of my mentors before he died.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Wow. How much time did you spend in Portsmouth, by the way?
Well, actually, I was born in Norfolk, but I've been living in Portsmouth majority of my life since I was about 10, 11 years old.
Where in Portsmouth?
Churchland area.
Churchland?
Yeah, Churchland area.
You know, I grew up in uh Portsmouth. Not grew up, but I went every summer as a child. And I'll tell you where my grandfather's house was on Portsmouth Boulevard and Frederick Douglass Boulevard by the railroad tracks. By
Oh, so you were downtown.
by the veterinarian.
Yeah, you were downtown. I know exactly where you at.
Yeah, yeah. My grandfather's buried in a cemetery in the back. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I know exactly. I know exactly what cemetery you talking about.
Yeah.
That's a. I don't know if the One Life was there when you were. I think they just put that there. I don't think
A
that One
church,
Life.
right? A church,
Huh?
right? A church?
Yeah,
Yeah, they just built
definitely.
the church in that area. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah. They
yes.
literally just built the church. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, man. So I have a great affinity for the Portsmouth area. And actually, Pernell Whitaker is what attracted me to boxing.
So
Yeah,
were
because
you were you ever actually a boxer?
no, 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 not a boxer, but because Pernell Whitaker was so popular in the
Yeah,
80s
yeah.
that, and he was from the Virginia area, so my family just gravitated towards him because my family originated in the Portsmouth area. Actually, if you want to hear a unique story, Nat Turner killed my slave master family.
What
My
Nat Turner?
slave master's family's surname was Peebles.
Uh huh.
My family's surname is Peebles.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it's an
So
interesting
you
story.
went deep back. You went deep back into it, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's all interesting. So yeah, so that's the origins of my family. Did you go to Norcom?
no, I went to Churchland High.
Churchland High. Okay, I don't know that. I just know IC Northam. That's all I know.
Yeah. So it's 3 major high schools in Portsmouth. You got IC Northam, Churchland High, and Wilson.
Okay.
Woodrow Wilson High School.
Okay. Yeah, I actually know where Churchland is because is there a mall in that area?
Churchland. No.
No.
The mall is more so closer towards Norcom, and it's Chesapeake Square Mall.
Chesapeake Square Bay. Chesapeake Square Mall. Yeah,
that's what it is.
I know where Churchland's at. It's right behind the cemetery though. Literally, like 8 to 10 blocks.
Matter of fact, it's
8 to 10 blocks away from
the cemetery. Yeah, it is. It is. It definitely is.
Yeah, I mean, you may not know him, but I don't know why I feel like I'm having like some nostalgia going on right now. But I totally am though, man. You know, because every fighter's from Brooklyn, man. Brooklyn and LA, and you know what I mean? I'm like, man, I walked where you wasn't even born yet, man. We used to me and my cousin Buck used to sit on the top of the house and throw rocks at the cars driving by. Man, we said man, he brought back. So by the way, DB, the co-host, here. What's up, DB?
What up, Freddie? How you feeling? Slick Nick, what's going on, champ?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh man, I feel like $1,000,000, man. Got a huge smile on my face, man. Love talking boxing, and I love politicking with my brothers even more, man. So we're glad to have you in the shop with us this evening.
Man, I appreciate y'all for having me on. It's an honor.
Yeah, hey, real quick, because a couple of people in the chat wanted to know and they wanted to check out. Can you say what your IG is?
My IG is SlickNick, 3_ Slick Nick.
__ Slick Nick.
Yes, sir.
If you type in Slick Nick, he'll pop. He's the first one, so he'll pop right up.
All right, good. So, man, listen, I want to get into this real quick, man, and talk about the state of boxing. And I'll also ask you some questions about, some more questions about yourself. But Jermell Charlo, he made some comments about Deontay Wilder. Did you see that whole thing?
Nah, I didn't see the comments that he made about Deontay Wilder.
Okay. Well, maybe I don't want to have you speak on something that you didn't get a chance to check out yet, but there's been some stuff going on. But also, Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade stepped into Canelo Alvarez's post-fight press conference. Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Now, for you yourself, do you think that was the right approach, or do you think he should have taken a different approach?
I mean, in my opinion, I feel like different fighters do different things to get a different reaction out of fighters. Me personally, I don't think that was the appropriate time to do that, and how he went about it. He just came off a win, and he interrupted his interviews, and people questioned him. I think it was a different way to go about that, and I don't feel like it was Demetrius Andrade's place to do all that when Demetrius Andrade actually needs to fight a little bit more better than before stepping to Canelo, in my opinion.
Okay. Now, if Canelo Alvarez is a champion and Demetrius Andrade is a champion, I mean, once you win a title, though, I don't feel like there's any going backwards to fight other people, right? Champions should fight champions. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Okay. So then maybe that was the correct approach, because it seems like he's been trying to get this fight for a while. And listen, at the end of the day, these are the situations that you will probably be visiting, or these situations will be visiting you in the future. You know, you'll be a champion, and so we have to start looking at those. Do you think that there's a race component that exists in boxing?
It's definitely a race component that exists in boxing. I definitely agree with that, and I see that. And after being in the program for the short amount of time that I was in there, I definitely have visualized and seen that the race thing.
And I do want to interject, because we're about when did he fight? May what? May yeah, basically the first Saturday in May, right?
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo. I think that was May.
Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, thank you. And we haven't heard nothing from Andrade since. So like, what's the? I mean, like seriously, man. Like he even if he made a splash, he's disappeared.
Yeah.
Well,
Once you do something like that, you gotta stay. You gotta stay at
Yeah,
his neck now.
you got to stay. You got to stay. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, at the end of the day, I think that, in communities like ours, right, this is a primarily melanated community that we're in. So, yeah, we're all like, yeah, go ahead, you can do your thing. But boxing as a whole has more Hispanic or Mexican fans that are involved. So they'll be more vocal. So if he continues to press, they'll just continue to ridicule him. And then some of our people, probably 50% of them, it's just a wild guess, will start to follow what the masses are saying. So then he ends up not getting any support. So why keep pushing for something that's not going to happen?
Yeah.
Listen,
we'll talk about that when the Slick Nick leaves. I disagree with that firmly. But go ahead.
I mean, I see where he coming from. Like after that's just like that's sort of kind of like with the Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence type of thing. Earl Spence is starting to give up because he sees that fight is not going to happen. Like he's not. I mean, everybody want. Well, no, I can't compare that. Never mind. I can't compare that because everybody wants to see that fight. So it's not like nobody is knocking that fight, and so that's just a promoter thing. And between them, they have to come to an agreement on. One wants it to be 60-40, then one doesn't believe that he should be the short-sided fighter. So I can't compare them two. So I take that back.
You said, I just want to repeat this. You said that everybody wants to see that fight, talking about Errol and Terrence Crawford.
Yes.
Who would you like to see Demetrius Andrade, and also who would you like to see Canelo Alvarez fight, if not each other?
Since Canelo, I would like to see him fight one of the Charlos. I would definitely like him to see fight him one of the Charlos, and believe it or not, I would like to see him fight Benavidez as well.
Mm.
Yeah, that's funny. Even one of my brothers, President Jafar in the chat, he said even David Benavidez had to back off of calling Canelo. So what you talking about, Fred? But yeah, we'll revisit that after our good brother Slick Nick takes off. I want to ask about Top Rank. I'm sorry, you didn't tell me about Demetrius Andrade. Who would you like to see him fight?
Demetrius Andrade, I would like to see him fight maybe Caleb Plant, or what's the other guy name? If Billy Joe Sanders was the recover from his fight with Canelo, I would like to see Demetrius Andrade versus Billy Joe Sanders as well.
That's a good fight. That's an interesting, compelling fight.
Definitely.
Yeah, well, that fight was supposed to happen, and Billy Joe Sanders ducked out of the fight with
at 160.
I think his menstrual cycle was heavy or something. But so you signed with Top Rank.
No, Golden Boy.
I'm sorry. With Golden Boy. My apologies. You signed with Golden Boy. How's the experience so far? And also, was that because they offered you something? And also, does that give you the best opportunities to fight against the competition? I guess the best competition.
Well, actually, that was the best real offer that we got, and it was the best real offer we got. They sent us a contract before we fixed and tweaked up a few things and sent it back to them. They agreed to it. We signed the contract, and boom, I was signed with Golden Boy Promotions.
Okay, and we've been hearing in boxing for a few years now. The other side of the street, and we've been hearing a bunch of promoters and managers and fighters talking about promotional wars and whatnot. So do you think that you will be able to fight the who's who of the 135-pound division still being under Golden Boy?
Yes, I believe so. I definitely believe so, because whether they put me in there, some promoters put you in there as like, oh, maybe you'll be a step up guy for somebody they feel like that's gonna be the champion, or they put you in there as the champion and put somebody else in there. But either way it go, they'll throw you in there. You just gotta show the promoters, the world, that you were ready for that moment at the time. Whether they put you in there as the opponent or the champion, you just gotta show yourself and prove them wrong.
Got it. Fred asked you a bit about your style, but who are some of your favorite fighters to watch right now?
Right now, I would definitely say Tiafim. Well, no, they got to be in order or just name them?
No, just name 5 of them.
Okay, I would say Canelo, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, and who will be my last one? My last one I would probably say my last one would be. That's a tough one. Right now,
Ryan Garcia.
I actually want a future fight with Ryan Garcia.
Okay.
I actually want a future fight with Ryan Garcia. Actually,
All right.
so I
Well,
would probably say my last one would probably be. I can enjoy watching Tyson Fury as well. For him to be a heavyweight, he definitely moves and punches like one of the smaller fighters. So I like Tyson Fury's style as well.
got it. Okay. That's an interesting list. So let's talk about the 135-pound division. How do you
Okay.
see this whole thing playing out with the, I guess they call them the 4 horsemen. I think something like that. But there's Teofimo Lopez, there's Ryan Garcia, there's Tank Davis, and also a guy from Northern California that just fought a couple of days ago.
The guy from Northern California.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Devin the Dream Haney.
Devin the Dream. So after Devin Haney's last performance, I definitely seen. He did great. Don't get me wrong, but I definitely seen error. So I really feel like one of the top guys would definitely pick up on that area. So the top, like if it was a tournament, I feel like the top 2 would be a Teofimo and Tank Davis.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. Good. And who do you think wins out of those 2 guys?
Man, I mean, Teofimo is strong and he can box, and I feel like Tank is just a powerhouse. Once he gets somebody that can box and take his power, it's gonna be hard for him to win. So
Okay, you got Teo. Nice. I hear you.
but then again, I never seen Teofimo chin really tested with somebody that can hit like Tank. And one shot could change the whole fight in the pro game. So I wouldn't bet on that fight at all because it could go either way.
Got it. So you mentioned that you would be interested in a fight with your stablemate, Garcia.
Yeah.
Outside of him, who in boxing do you want to fuck up? Not just boxing. I mean, you want to hurt this guy.
I mean, anybody with a belt. Any top dog at 135.
Okay. Just make sure you don't go to their press conference and call them out.
Like nothing personal, but hey, I gotta eat too.
Yeah, I hear you.
Have you sparred? Have you sparred with any of them?
Yeah, I sparred, of course, Keyshawn Davis. I sparred Shakur. What other top guys have I sparred? I sparred Rasheem Warren. Anthony Peterson. What other top guys have I sparred? There's some more top guys that I sparred. Keyshawn Williams.
Okay.
It's a whole lot. Lamont Roach.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of top guys that I have sparred.
How would you, so do you have Teofimo beating Tank?
That's hard. I'm indecisive on that one.
Okay. If Shakur comes up, how does he square off against both of those guys?
If Shakur comes up to 135, I got Shakur with over either one. I'm always gonna go with the home team. It was a point in time where Shakur was training with me for like a year until he moved back to Jersey. So I'm always go with the home team, the home guy. So I definitely got Shakur over both of those 2.
Who's your trainer?
Sean Wilson.
What other fighters does he have? I'm trying to think. See his face.
Well, right now it's just me. But when we were young, until everybody separated and stuff, he had me, Keyshawn Davis, Kelvin Davis, the Davis brothers. Who Who else he have? I mean, when Shakur was here, he was with us as well.
Okay, great.
So once everybody separated, it was just
Sure.
I stayed with my coach.
Okay. So
Yeah, what's your goal in boxing? I mean, of course, everybody wants to make money, but like, what's your vision for yourself, and what are some of your long-term goals?
I definitely want to make a name in boxing, and I definitely want to have. I want definitely open gyms and have a clothing brand, something like the Money Team. So I want to use boxing as a form of platform to get my name out there. So when I do open business, my business will take off because I love boxing to death, but I don't plan on this being a long term job because I know how it can end out, and I don't want to be brain dead. I don't want my body like I plan to have kids, and I want to be there. From, like I just don't want my body to be broken down and beaten down to the point of no return where I can't have a life outside of boxing. So I love boxing to death, but I'm mainly using this as a platform to get my name out there, to get a lot of fans behind me. So when I invest in businesses and things like that, that'll definitely be my job and my career after boxing.
DB Kyle has a doubt. You mind if I bring in Kyle real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks. Go ahead, Kyle.
I know this guy.
My man, and he
My
got on my
dog.
shirt.
You know what's going on, man.
And he got on my shirt.
You know it. You know what's up.
What's
up,
up,
my guy, man?
How you doing?
Oh, man, it's all good. This is where I wanted you to be at. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
we talked about this for weeks and months.
Yeah, we finally here.
Yeah. Man, finally, man. I'm happy, man. I'm happy you with my guy Fred, man. This people, because you've been on my platform thousands of times. You know what I'm saying? But
Facts, yeah.
I'm just now growing. Big Fred. He big time. So yeah, I'm glad you was able to get on this joint, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. This is who I was gonna go to South Carolina for, Fred.
I remember.
Yeah. So I've been telling everybody know about you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I appreciate it.
I've been talking about you all the time. Yeah, man. You know how we get down. You know how we get down.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's straight love. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Well, shit, man. Keep doing what you're doing, big dog. We'll talk. We talk all the time and shit. Big Fred, man. Hey, keep doing what you're doing. Hey, if you haven't seen the interview with Jerron Boots Ennis, man, go to my channel and watch that interview, man. Very exciting interview. It was 50 minutes.
50 minutes. 50 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all go check that out, man. And support my guy Slick Nick, man. Not only is he a hell of a fighter, he's a hell of a guy.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. And I still got to send you your signed gloves as well. I didn't forget about you.
Hey, listen. We're doing that documentary soon too. So you already you know how we do.
Okay, definitely.
We there, man. We ain't tripping. Hey, DB, man. Shout out to my dog, DB, man. The genius, man. What's going on, DB?
My brother Kyle, man, feeling good, man. Glad you made it in. And
hey, listen.
Thanks for the connect.
This your week, man. We got MMA crazy this week. Clarissa Shields and Stylebender is going down this week. Hey, I ain't getting no sleep on Thursday, DB. Thursday is going down, man. We there. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get with y'all niggas in a minute.
Appreciate you. Thank you, Kyle.
Kyle.
DB.
Yeah, Kyle, man. That's our good brother, man. So yeah, Nick, make sure, man, whenever Kyle needs something from you, man, connect with him because he good people's, man.
Most definitely, yeah. You see, he supported me and got one of my shirts.
Yes, indeed. Let me ask you about a couple of fighters that if you fought them, well, I guess you don't have to tell us how you would fight them, but just kind of give me your assessment of these guys. Jorge Linares.
Jorge Linares, very experienced fighter. Like I said, experience. He has, of course, more experience than me. So if I was to fight him, I would definitely study him to a T. Linares, he's low-key aggressive fighter, slow starter. So I would definitely push the tempo early, but also not give him too much because I think he more of a fighter of he tries to wear you down early, so I would push the tempo early and always keep a jab in his face as well. Because, I mean, everything says about the jab, and I noticed with fighters that they keep a jab in his face, he tends to struggle and he tends to second guess himself as well. So the jab will be very key when fighting Jorge Linares.
And if you fought him tomorrow, who'd win?
Between me and Jorge Linares?
Yeah.
Of course, I believe in myself. I'm gonna say me.
Okay. Hey, listen, if you like it, I love it.
Yeah.
What about Yuriorkis Gamboa? What about Gamboa?
Yuriorkis Gamboa. Yuriorkis Gamboa is more like the old Gamboa was better, but Yuriorkis Gamboa now is more like a stepping stone fighter. Like if you can beat him, then you're ready for that elite level type fighter. So a way to beat Gamboa is another way: stay on your jab, box him, keep him on the end of your punches as well, and don't let Gamboa set up because he still is a dangerous fighter, pretty fast and strong. So you can't let him set up. As soon as you stop, you got to fire off because he's definitely a still fast and powerful fighter. So jab and set up combinations and keep him turning all night.
All right, Fred, make sure you use that. Slick Nick says that Yuri Gamboa is a gatekeeper. What about Javier Fortuna? That was a joke, yo. Javier Fortuna.
I missed that joke, but tell me later.
Don't worry about it. Javier Fortuna.
I haven't really watched too many of his fights, so I'm not really sure about him.
Okay. And is there anybody in boxing or in your weight division that you cannot and will not fight?
I wouldn't say nobody I would not fight because if the price right and the standards and the contract, everything right. I mean, it's a business. Nothing's personal. Yeah, I'm in this for business. I'm in this to make money, and so it's not nobody in boxing that I would not fight. But it's people that I would not fight just for any type of money.
Yeah. How long are you signed to Golden Boy?
3 years.
Okay. And do you have because I don't know how these contracts work. Do you have do they have to offer you 3 fights a year, 1 fight a year, or you just sign for 3 years, no matter how many fights you have?
No, they it's in a contract for 5 fights a year. And, with the coronavirus year, that threw everything off.
So they have to offer you 5 fights?
Yes, I have to have at least 5 fights a year. It's in the contract.
Okay, so then I just want to help a slow guy like me. So if they offer you 5 fights,
yes,
you're only able to take 3 of them, then you're still that's a breach of contract, correct?
I wouldn't say that's a breach of contract because they did what they said they were going to do, offer me 5 fights. I just only took 3.
Okay. One of my brothers, boxing truther, my cousin, actually, he said, "What do you think about prime time?"
Prime time. Oh, my man B-Hop. Yeah, I know him personally from the amateurs as well. Great fighter. Definitely see his career taking off as well. I love his style as well. Pure boxer. Nothing but great things to say about B-Hop.
Okay. Would you fight him?
Would I fight B-Hop? Of course.
Okay. Hey, listen, we're making sure because we're going to end up having you back in the shop in 7 months and in a year and a half. We're going to revisit these conversations. So
yes, sir. One of these times we're going to be in the conversation and I'm going to be talking to y'all and the fight going to happen. We doing a press conference before the fight.
Appreciate that.
All right. I love it. Let me ask you this. So performance-enhancing drugs and steroids, do you think that taints a fighter's legacy? And also, what should the punishment be for guys who are deliberate cheaters?
I think to a certain point, like this is a professional sport. Like at a certain point, I think they should just be banned. Like these fighters know what they're doing. Like suspension is a must, but after a certain while, it's like, come on now, we professional. Like just ban that. Like if you gotta cheat to win, then you're in the wrong sport.
So if a guy is caught putting a needle in his behind, he should be suspended for more than 6 months or something like that, correct?
Definitely.
Okay.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, and somebody also asked, would you fight Devin?
Devin Haney, of course. Any top guy at 135 with a belt, anybody that's gonna push my legacy to the utmost fullest, I would love to fight.
Oh, this is great, man. This is good. You told us about some of the fighters that you like to see fight. So could you tell us what it means for you? And we make up these imaginary lists because it doesn't mean anything. We talk about pound for pound, but if you were making a pound for pound list, what's some of the criteria for the fighters that you would use? And then could you name I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 guys that you would have in order?
Yes, the criteria for pound fighter would be who you fought, how did you beat them, and I would say like the pace of your career. Like, you know how some guys fight a lot of cab drivers, get their knockouts up, fight maybe 1 or 2 champions, and so it would be the pace of your career, who you fought, and how did you beat them. That would be my criteria. And my pound for pound list, it has to be in order from 1 through 5, or just name them.
1 through 5. 1 through 5.
Canelo, Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, Teofimo, and who will probably be my number 5? Tyson Fury.
Okay. If a fighter fights, 2 or 3 world champions or ex-world champions, and then the trajectory of their career starts to go downward because they start fighting a bunch of, I don't know, like unknown Europeans, does that person still qualify to be on the pound for pound list?
I mean, nah, because it's like you're really not fighting anybody no more. So how can you consider yourself pound for pound when there's guys out here that's taking these top fights and actually looking good and beating these top guys?
Yeah, I get you. If you had your own personal mission statement for Slick Nick, what would that sound like?
As you said, if I had my home, what kind of statement?
If you had your own mission statement.
My own mission statement. So when you say my own mission statement, like my planning out my career, like what do you mean my mission statement?
Yeah, so it'd be something like, Slick Nick has a goal and a vision to provide quality boxing by fighting 5 times a year, something like that.
Okay, so my mission statement would be, I mean, throughout my whole career or just while I'm signed to Golden Boy?
Yeah, just through Golden Boy.
So my mission statement would be, me as Slick Nick would love to fight 5 fights a year. Then next year, those 5 fights I would like step up fights, and year after that, I want 5 straight champions that year. I don't want to push my career too fast, and I don't want to push it too slow as well.
Yeah, I like that. Also, and then I have another question about Clarissa Shields is making the jump from women's boxing to entering the octagon or the cage for mixed martial arts. What do you think about that jump?
I mean, Clarissa Shields is multi-talented, so I mean, I wouldn't put nothing past her. But me personally, I'm not going to the octagon whatsoever. The octagon will have to come to me. You have to come to my sport. I'm not going to the octagon where I got to deal with kicks and knees and elbows and being slammed. I tip my hat up to her because me personally, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. That's a tough sport. I don't know if I could do something like that too.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I know you're on the East Coast, man, but I want to say thank you for coming out to the shop, man, and letting us know who you are and what your character is, and we appreciate the conversation, man. If Fred has anything for you, and what else do you want to leave the fans with?
Yeah. How can we watch your fight Friday?
I can send you all the link. Send you all the link where
please.
you have to download this app.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it where would you want me to send it to?
Send it to PPD. Patty Dean. Send it to Patty Dean.
Okay, so that number. Okay, the number. I got you.
And I'll post it.
Okay, I'm about to. Well, I'll shoot that to her as soon as this. I was about to try to shoot it now, but I'm gonna shoot that to her as soon as this interview over.
Yeah, man. What's your favorite TV show, by the way?
Um, I would probably say ESPN. Oh
Yeah,
no, hold on. You said TV show, not TV channel. I'm tripping. My favorite
it's
TV
time for you
show.
to go to bed, man. Go ahead.
No, my favorite TV show.
Yeah, we had a 13-year-old call in the past 2 nights. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm used to telling little kids to go to bed now. You know what I mean?
No, my favorite TV show would probably say is um what's that? What is it? Power. That's what it is. Power.
No one man should have all that power.
Yeah.
Fun fact about that: I used to be a school teacher, and Amari used to volunteer in my classroom.
Really?
Yeah, he was a cool dude, man.
Wow.
Yeah, we used to write together. He's a poet.
That's crazy.
Okay, last question, then we'll go because I know you got to go lose those 2 pounds right now. But who's some of your favorite historical figures?
Like from just boxing? Just boxing?
Anything, like historical figures. They can be alive, they can be deceased, just out of curiosity.
Historical figures, I would definitely say Pernell Whitaker. That was definitely one of my heroes as well. He made it possible that he made what's the word I'm looking for? He made it possible for guys like me to be able to turn pro out of Norfolk and actually make a way. Like that's one of my heroes as well. Who else would be one of my heroes? Historical
that was
figures.
the key, man.
Yeah, he was. He definitely
Yeah.
was. Definitely was.
Yeah, he signed that Emancipation Proclamation. Like he did a lot for people, man. One of my favorite boxers of all time.
Definitely one of mine as well. Like that's my favorite fight of all time.
And we appreciate you coming in. How much weight you got to lose the next couple of days?
Probably. I think the most I probably had to lose is like 3 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah, so I still got tomorrow morning and tomorrow night, and then I got Thursday morning as well. The weigh-in is not until 5 Thursday evening.
Wow. You got a lot of time to lose 3 pounds.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah. And we appreciate you coming in here tonight. And please send PPD that links so we can
definitely. As soon as we get off here, I'm gonna definitely shoot you all that link.
Okay, and we appreciate you coming in here, man. Appreciate you,
DB. Like Nick, make sure you get that win for us, bro.
Most definitely. Come on now, the win is always on the menu. Losing never an option.
Right on.
Before your next fight, come on in here again. You know what I mean?
Actually, my next one would probably be July 3rd in Dubai, and then July 24th in Philly.
Ooh, Dubai?
Yeah, Dubai.
Oh, that's interesting. Who's the main event?
I gotta see who's the main event on that card because I just found out this information yesterday. So
that won't be a Golden Boy card though.
No, that won't be a Golden Boy card.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Okay,
yeah,
makes sense. And you're not fighting on a Golden Boy card Friday, right?
Friday. No, I probably won't be on the Golden Boy card again till they do the series that they're supposed to do with me in September.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming in, man.
Man, thank you. I really appreciate you all for having me.
Appreciate you, bro. Slick Nick, y'all, go follow him on Instagram, man. I just followed you, man. Thank you, man, for coming into the show, man.
Thank you all so much. Again, I appreciate that, and it was an honor to actually be on you all show, and I plan to be back anytime.
Yeah. Before your fight.
Yes, sir.
Actually, let's do it from your hotel room in Dubai. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah, you get the back of all them new tall buildings and stuff. You know what I mean? I've Googled the city before. You know, I've never. Appreciate you, man.
Man, thank you all. Good night to you all, and I hope everything goes well for you all. Appreciate it again.
All the time, bro.
All
right, peace. Yeah. And we're back.
Yeah. You stop sweating finally?
Oh yeah, for sure. But I went and grabbed some ice cold water to drop so my temperature can drop a little quicker. And I'm better now.
Your Wi-Fi just chopped up right now. You just turned into Optimus Prime.
Oh, that's funny. No, yours did because your voice just chopped up. Oh man!
I heard you said now you just turned into Al Heyman.
Oh, okay, beautiful. That
there you go. You back now. You back.
I might get some. Y'all might like me tonight then. What I was gonna say. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it. It was this is what I was gonna say. Hey, the more people that pick Tyson Fury, that makes the win greater.
Damn, you seriously chopping up, bro.
Is it really? No, I think it's you.
Yeah. Let me see. Hold on.
Because your voice is kind of choppy.
Let me mute mine and then see if you say something.
How am I on YouTube? Am I choppy or no? Yeah, it's DB. Yeah, because your voice is going in and out, D.
All right, yeah. Well, I'm gonna drop off and then
I appreciate you. Oh man. So yeah, man, I appreciate y'all coming. Let me put the link in there. So what I was gonna say about Demetrius Andrade, but I'll get what I was gonna say about DB about Demetrius Andrade. He said Mexican fans got the biggest fan base, and 50% of black people will not root for him. That has nothing to do with what you should do. I think that Demetrius Andrade still should have been consistent regardless of what people say what you shouldn't do, because what they say what you shouldn't do is not going to impact you either way, you know. And I think if he would have been more consistent these past, it's been about 30 days since he fought, right? I think his fan base would have, because the more popular Canelo get, the more popular Andrade gets. Similar to what's that heavyweight's name that went all the way to the UK? What's his name? Oh man. Klitschko. Remember, he went all the way in the water. He got a boat. Y'all remember that? I thought that shit was epic, man. I thought that was epic when Let's Go Champ, when he went all the way. He was snowboarding. Shannon Briggs. And he looked up and he saw Shannon Briggs. Oh, that was hilarious, dog. Oh, you talk about funny, man. That shit was funny. So I think Demetrius Andrade, I think if we want to be candidly honest with Demetrius Andrade, you got to fight somebody. You know what I mean? And he's not taking it up with his promoter. His promoter name is Eddie Hearn. His promoter makes the fights. And Demetrius Andrade is very comfortable. Now, I don't care what nobody say. Demetrius Andrade is very comfortable making his guarantee. I don't know what his guarantee is, but he's very comfortable. You know, like at the end of the day, he's like, well, at least I'm making this. No matter what they do, I'm making this. You know, and I think a lot of fighters are that way, because necessity is the mother of invention. If a fighter wants something, you will know that they want it. When you want something, when I want something, you guys know that I want it, right? You can see me, y'all can visually see me working towards something, like the 4 or 5, 10 shit, about 8, 9 events I done did so far on this channel. Y'all see me working towards those events, right? So go ahead, DB.
Am I clear now, or do I still sound choppy?
No, you sound great.
All right, thank you. So as I was mentioning to the youngster a second ago, fighting champions should fight champions. And then when you can't find another champion, then you go for the number 1 or number 2 contender. Mm-hmm. And then you go down to 5. And if people keep saying no, and then you go down into the top 10. Mm-hmm. Some sanctioning bodies, I believe, all except for one, allows you to fight top 15, but you have to fight top 10. Mm-hmm. If Canelo Alvarez will watch Demetrius Andrade, and he's so weak, then why don't you just beat him and get him out the way, shut his mouth, and take that belt? You said he should fight somebody. Well, that somebody is what a lot of these brothers call the pound for pound guy, or one of the pound for pound guys, who is Canelo Alvarez. So if he's calling him out, why isn't that fight made? Everybody's still trying to push Demetrius Andrade to go fight somebody else when he should fight Canelo and get that fight done. But he should fight Charlo. But he should fight what's his name from Brownsville?
Jacobs.
Daniel Jacobs. He should fight Daniel Jacobs. He should fight somebody else. Well, who is somebody? There's only 5 guys. And he's trying to fight who y'all say is the top dog. So how is he not fighting somebody when he's attempting to fight the top dog? It's a double-edged sword. It don't make sense. Forget what he did 5 years ago, 7 years ago. Forget what happened with Charlo. That's old news. You have a champion trying to fight a champion right now. And we sit up here and we go to our brother BFTB's channel because it says the best fight the best. And that's what we say we want. We say we want unifications. We say we want undisputed. And we say we want the best fight and the best. So if he's a champion and he's trying to fight another champion, why are we rerouting him to fight somewhere else? I just don't understand that.
I just looked at his Instagram. He hasn't posted since May 20th.
So what?
I didn't cut you off. I'm sorry,
but I want you to answer my question.
What was your question?
If he is a champion trying to fight another champion, and you say from your mouth, you say he's got to fight somebody, and the youngster that was on and Slick Nick said also he had to fight somebody. If he's trying to fight that somebody, why are we rerouting him to fight another person when he's trying to fight who a lot of people consider to be the top dog in the division?
Oh, I'll gladly answer that. First of all, Demetrius Andrade is a 160-pound champion. He's not a 168-pound champion. 2, Canelo is a 168-pound champion, right? If he's fighting at 160, if he's fighting the 168-pound champions, right? If he's seeking to be unified champion, the same thing Charlo's doing, the same thing I assume at 140, the same thing that I'm just going to give the examples that they tried to do at heavyweight, that they assuming he's doing at 135, that 175 between those guys. If Canelo is unifying, and obviously some champions are greater than others, some champions are lesser than others. At the end of the day, Canelo is doing the same thing Charlo is doing, the same thing Josh Taylor is doing. Andrade hasn't put himself in position. At the end of the day, we can say pro-black this, pro-black that. I'm going to advocate for my black fighter. That's fine. You still got to do the legwork.
Who said that, though?
Say it again.
Who said pro-black this, pro-black
that? No, I'm just saying because
no, but don't just say, brother. When we talking about,
I gave you the answer. He's not a champion at 168. He's a champion at 160. What you should be saying, is Triple G, Charlo. Who's the other champion? I don't know who the other champion is at 160. Who's the other champion at 160? Damn.
Jamal Charlo.
I don't even know, dude. Who is the 4th champion? Does not unless Triple G got 2 belts.
The Japanese.
Oh, Murata. Thank you, Murata. Thank you, Murata. So Triple G don't have. So Triple G is what, IBF?
Yeah. I mean, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah, whatever it is. Okay, got you. So at the end of the day, he's a 160-pound champion, right? That fight he fought against Luke Keeler, whatever his name, should have been for a belt on his side of the street, which is Triple G. I understand he's going after a champion, but at the end of the day, we cannot have selective morality when it comes, because it's not going in our favor. Canelo is doing, like him, love him, or hate him, I don't care. He's trying to unify at 168, and if you want to be candidly honest, he's been pretty consistent no matter who the opponent is. Yeah, we didn't like what's the guy's name he fought in December? He was a champion. He fought yeah, he's a champion. No matter, he won that Super 6 tournament. He came out of it as a champion. We don't know him, but that's what the sanctioning body does. There's nothing you can do. He fought a bum whatever it was. Then Andrade fought a lesser opponent, right? And now Billy Joe Saunders has the belt at 168. I don't know how he got the belt. I'm being honest. I don't know. I don't even know who he fought to get the belt. But that's what Canelo is doing. And at the end of the day, that's the same thing Charlo was doing. Charlo waited for the belt. Charlo didn't take an in-between fight. He waited for Brian Castano, for the win of Brian Castano. And shit. Y'all know who fuck I'm talking about. The Argentinian. So if he waited for it.
Teixeira.
Just thank you. If he waited for it, I mean, we got to just keep it a buck all the way. Andrade ain't doing nothing. And Andrade ain't doing nothing. Nothing. He's not doing interviews. He's not even posting on his social media. So at the end of the day, he wants those fights. He wants them. And so does everybody else. What makes him better? What makes him better? What makes him better than a 168-pound champion? You got to put this in perspective. What makes Andrade's position better than a 168-pound champion?
All right, so there's a couple of things with Canelo Alvarez. Number one, listen, it's proven that Canelo Alvarez will fight at 154, 160, 168, and 175, depending on who the opponent is. He's not chasing undisputed. Let's cut the shit, man.
How is he not chasing undisputed? He done took 2 belts in the past 6 months.
I know, because of who the opponents are.
And sometimes it works to your advantage. And he's fighting the same thing that it happens that way sometimes. It's not to the non-Canelo fans' advantage right now. It works to his advantage. You understand? And truth be told, I'm not saying I'm advocating for him. I'm just telling y'all the truth. He wants the belts at 160. If he goes up and goes against the plan, if he doesn't fight Caleb Plant or goes down or catch weights Triple G, then you have an argument. You don't have an argument now because I think he's been extremely consistent. And I wish David Benavidez hadn't lost his belt on the scale. I'll be honest. I wish he hadn't, because if he hadn't, then we would have really known. Then I think David Benavidez would have been the fork in the road.
Got it. If Demetrius Andrade, like he threatened to before, moved up to 168 and was a champion, do you think Canelo Alvarez would fight Demetrius Andrade as a 168-pound champion?
He didn't fight him at 54. He didn't fight him at 54. He didn't fight him at 60. No.
Right. So that proves the point. It doesn't matter where he is. Okay. But let me just say something. It's funny as people talk about his social media and he's not posting enough and he's not doing enough. But then the opposite is said when Lion Garcia gets on his Instagram, has 10 million followers, and people go, he's an Instagram boxer. So what do we want? We want the guy to have a lot of people on Instagram.
I need him to do what.
Hold on, Fred. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
We want him to have a lot of people following him and to communicate with people all the time, or make his case and then sit back and then see what happens. If he's doing one thing and then you say, nope, that's not enough. But then the boxer who is doing that, then you say he's doing too much on there. Like it's a double-edged sword. That's always for Demetrius Andrade.
The same. I remember having this conversation about Gary Russell, and you said Gary Russell don't fight enough. You said Gary Russell don't really want the fight.
Who said that?
I remember you said that when it came to Devin Haney.
Shit.
You didn't say that?
Hell no.
Oh, I thought you.
Gary Russell, not I.
I thought you said that he don't fight enough or something like that. So the point I'm making, or he's not active enough or something. I remember you saying something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I said I would like to see him more active. I think that if
same
he's not
thing with him.
He doesn't.
He hasn't fought since Super Bowl last Sunday. Super Bowl week last year, January. If I'm not I remember Danny Garcia being at that fight. It was like a Thursday fight. So the point I'm making is you have to bang the drum. Devin Haney got 5,500 fans in that arena last Saturday because him and his father do interviews when they're not fighting. It's a simple equation. They're gonna hate Devin regardless. They're gonna hate Floyd regardless. They're gonna hate Deontay regardless. They're gonna hate. I don't care about they. Do your part. Everyone is too concerned with what they think about me, what she thinks about me. Do your part, and it will work out for you. It's worked out for Devin. It's worked out for Deontay. It's worked out for I don't know, name some guys. The more it worked out for the Logan Paul brothers. They're active, they're consistent, whether you like them or whether you don't. They're banging the drum every day. If I did a show once a week, it wouldn't do the numbers that it would do that I do 5 times a week. Okay, some people will forget, some people would do this. I'm not advocating for them. I'm just saying you gotta weigh how bad do we want it? Necessity is the mother of invention. If you want something, just like I told y'all and y'all hated on me. Who wanted to fight? What's the guy's name? God damn. Sean Porter. Y'all said, I told y'all Sean Porter didn't want the fight. I know what a fight, when a fighter wants to fight, you can feel it in them. It's no passivity in them. It's really, they looking for interviews. I seen fighters look for interviews. Like, hey, let's do an interview. I ain't lying. I don't feel that on Andrade. I didn't feel that with Crawford versus Porter. Now let me find the contrary. The other end. I felt it when Devin Haney wanted to fight Fortuna. I felt it when Devin Haney wanted to fight Gary Russell. I felt like there was something there. It was very consistent, very consistent. I didn't feel it when what's his name? Anthony Joshua wanted Deontay Wilder. I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it when Ryan Garcia was calling out Pacquiao. I didn't feel it. I felt them trying to find a way with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. They were trying to do it, but it just didn't work out. So I think we have to hold the fighters accountable. I think we can't do their job for them. We can only put wind underneath their wings. That's all we can do as media. We can say we can bang the drum for Andrade as much as we want, but I don't see him responding to Jamel Charlo's Instagram post. It was the hottest story for 2 days. He didn't respond to it that I know of. He didn't respond to it. I haven't seen him respond to the Floyd Mayweather fight. I didn't see him respond to Canelo responding to Floyd Mayweather. So at the end of the day, these are little things you got to do to stay relevant. Somebody's going to pick up Demetrius Andrade responding to Canelo responding to Floyd Mayweather.
And you know what they're going to do? They're going to do the same thing that you do. They're going to take whatever he says, diminish it and say he should have did it a different way. Then they'll start playing crazy shit like payday. I know you want to make a payday. You know what I mean?
And go ahead.
Say it again.
No, who cares about they? You don't understand.
But we are they.
You're missing the point. Regardless of what they say, you still have to do your job, regardless of how they respond. You only can create the action. The reaction is up to nobody, is up to whoever else, whether they're pro Andrade or whether they're anti Andrade. You still got to do your part. Andrade hasn't done his part in years. I've seen him beg Floyd Mayweather for a contract. I've seen it with my own eyes. We were at 9 Steakhouse at the Palms. I've seen it with my own eyes. We was having dinner. I was sitting right next to Floyd. I seen it with my own eyes, and then he disappears into oblivion. When a person wants something, when you want the girl of your dreams, you're gonna accidentally bump into her at Starbucks. You're gonna accidentally be on the same machine as her at the gym. It just happens that way. That's the reality.
Only you on that side, Master Brody.
Say it again.
I said only you on that side, Master. I'm not on that side, Master. But there's an interesting article. Canelo Alvarez. This just happened right here. This is This was 2 hours ago. Canelo Alvarez took to social media to respond to Colombian singer J Balvin after the latter challenged him to a fight. The famous boxer accepted the challenge and even offered to fight the singer with his eyes closed, and J Balvin picking which hand that Canelo Alvarez would punch him with.
Mm-hmm. I didn't say Canelo wasn't ducking him. I didn't say that. I'm not arguing that point.
I didn't say that either.
No, but I know what you're saying. I know. Go ahead. I'll go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that this guy, it's not about undisputed. And hold on, this guy here in the chat, Lewis Phillips. Lewis Phillips is talking about what did this guy say? I just missed it. Damn, it just jumped on me. He said that Demetrius Andrade doesn't sell. Are you brand new to boxing? Does Billy Joe Sanders sell? Does Alvin Yildirim sell? Is Kovalev a seller? What about Liam Smith or Caleb Smith or both of them? Does Rocky Felding sell? Answer those questions, Luis. Come in here to pump your chest talking about Canelo Alvarez. Yildirim sells, though. Right, President Jafar. Yildirim sells. Like, come on with that nonsense. Tom Brown, stop it. Anything about Canelo, we already know. But he doesn't sell. Does Canelo sell?
I remember. I remember. I'm trying to think was the main event, so you guys know. Oh my gosh.
Right, Joe Jack. Canelo Plant ain't sold shit either.
I was thinking. None of Canelo's opponents are big sellers. I was thinking. Okay, I remember this. I remember I called Kenny Porter, and I said, Kenny, Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia here. Sean Porter should come down here and try and get the Danny Garcia fight. Sean Porter was watching the fight on TV. True story. God honest story. I'm in the media room, and I told him Keith Thurman has a round table at X amount of time. I'm probably texting him because I'm using my phone as a for a camera, and I was like, Sean should come. Kenny Porter texts me back about 15 minutes later and says Sean is on his way. So I know. So I'm giving you guys the example, and you guys remember that interview when Sean bucked up. Y'all remember when Sean bucked up against Keith Thurman, and then that same night he went into the arena. He went into the ring and challenged Danny Garcia to the fight. Y'all remember that? It was in Vegas.
Yeah.
It was in.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say. So the point I'm trying to say is it's not one night. And then Sean, you know what Sean did? He went to New York because I was supposed to go with them. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to New York to watch a fight. I just didn't want to. They left that Friday. Whoever fought, Danny Garcia ended up fighting somebody at Barclay. He went to New York to try and get the Danny Garcia fight. I remember like it was yesterday. And so the point I'm making is I fully understand when a fighter wants something. Like Sean Porter did a great job. He did a great job at getting that Danny Garcia fight. He did a great job getting that Andre Berto fight. I remember Sean telling Ellie to FaceTime Andre Berto right now. I remember that. Like it was like it was. I remember Floyd Mayweather posting something to get a response from Conor McGregor. I was there. I was right next to him. I know the whole play. It was Granados. I know the whole play, man. I seen it with my own eyes. Floyd, they would just go back and forth. It was like a silent agreement between them. You post, I respond. I post, you respond. And and I remember Floyd manipulating TMZ. I remember like it was yesterday, manipulating TMZ. Sometimes I was with him, sometimes I wasn't. But I remember like he would say something to know that Conor McGregor is going to respond and 1 million people is going to respond. I remember that. And I also remember how they said it was by accident that Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao were in the same place at the same Miami Heat at the same time. and then coincidentally they're in a hotel room. That's not by accident. So the point I'm making is the big picture is Andrade must do the job of his promoter, manager, fighter, all in one. You are your own CEO. And I think fighters lose sight of that when they get comfortable. There's a level of comfort with Andrade. He has a guaranteed contract. Like today, I'll use me as the example. I was running today regardless. The second time in the history of this show, I'm late. The reason why I am late, because I made a commitment for the next 55 days or whatever it is to work out. So I ran before the show because I wasn't going to take the chance at me saying, oh no, I'm not going to give myself a chance to fail, because I didn't want to take the chance at midnight to go run. That's why I was late tonight. So that's what I'm saying. Andrade must do his part, and it will inspire more news publications to post it. Even if they say, oh, he's a fool for chasing Canelo, it doesn't matter.
And you think something's going to materialize from him doing his job?
It's happened before.
I'm asking about. I'm not asking about Gary Russell Jr., Tank Davis, Floyd Mayweather. I'm talking about Canelo Alvarez and Demetrius Andrade. And DB is asking Fred, if Demetrius Andrade does his social media and turns into Ryan Garcia, is the fight with Canelo Alvarez going to happen? Is Canelo Alvarez going to say, you know what? He's done enough on his social media. He's doing enough interviews, so I'm going to give him this fight.
A slim chance is better than none. And after he gets done with Caleb Plant, we get to hold him accountable. We've been able to hold him accountable for the last.
It doesn't
matter. No, but the point is, we have merit. You understand what I'm saying? We have merit. So, for example, David Benavidez is fighting August 20, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. If David Benavidez calls him out, he done fought twice this year, right? March and August. And every time he's called him out, right, along the way, So we're more inclined to say, yeah, like he's fighting, he's active, right? Demetrius Andrade is not even active against lesser opponents. And he's a world champion. He's only fighting once a year. Y'all say that about Gary Russell. He only fights once a year. He needs to fight more. He's so talented.
So let's be clear.
Yes.
If we're talking about me, I want to see all of the fighters fight more. I was the one that said guys should fight 5 times a year, and 99.7% of the chat went bananas talking about, hell no, that's way too many, because they got conditioned to seeing these guys lay back and go through these long ass training camps where they end up getting injured by overtraining, and these camps they end up fighting once or twice a year. These guys should be fighting once a quarter, and if you don't take any injuries and you don't have any medical suspensions by the athletic commission, then you should be back in the ring as soon as possible, racking up more. So if you go in there and you knock somebody out in 3 and you take no damage, you should be able to schedule another fight right away. You go in there and you cruise to a decision and nothing happened to you, you got a black eye, the commission's probably not going to give you a suspension or give you a 30-day. After that, you're able to negotiate. You should be able to get right back in the ring again. You know, so me personally, I think these guys should be in the ring at least once a quarter. And of course, listen, if things happen for the idiot that, I'm sorry, let me not do that. For the person who just doesn't understand, if something happens, somebody's got the flu, somebody's got pneumonia, somebody's got COVID. I'm not talking about those special circumstances. I'm talking about for a well and healthy professional fighter, they should be able to get back in the ring as soon as possible. So it's not just the Gary Russell Jr. thing. So I don't want to put that just on Mr. Gary Russell or Demetrius Andrade. That's for all the fighters. I want to see them all fight more, especially because I'm a fight fan and I love to see these combatants. I like to see these pugilists in action. Yeah, I want to see these guys fight a whole lot more.
I mean, even Earl Spence 3 times. He said 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that's fair. I mean, I'm just. I would have loved to get behind a fighter that makes it easier on me. I would have loved to do it. I would, for example, Deontay Wilder. All he said during this is, "I want Tyson Fury." It's easy to say, well, like it's easy to say, to get behind Deontay Wilder, who says, "All I want is Tyson Fury." That's it. I don't want no tune-up. I don't want no step-aside money. I don't want to fight the winner of nobody. I just want Fury. So now he has his he done streamlined his fan base mission statement. Streamlined it. It ain't no fan base saying, "Well, I want him to do this." Nah. If you support Deontay Wilder, he's telling you, "I want this," and now that he got it, and at the end of the day, that's what I think fighters should do. Fighters should have a mission statement, as you said. Every time they get done with a fight, what's your mission statement? I don't know what Demetrius Andrade mission statement is. I don't know. I really don't.
Right. Yeah. I think it's a stalemate, man, because people just have this, I don't know, Canelo has this, what do they call it? He's got some sorcery sort of powers, you know, he bewitches people, you know, people are just stuck on this guy. I mean, imagine this, right? I'm talking to a guy earlier today about his pound for pound list. And this guy that I'm talking to says that if a fighter tests positive for PEDs, he should be suspended. He shouldn't qualify for the pound for pound list. And ask him a similar question too. And I mean, just people are just so, I don't even know what it is. He puts a magic spell on people. Canelo, oh. So, and then he'll get defended by, I don't care, black, white, Prince, Purple Rain, the dead, the living. I mean, it's just something about this guy where, and I don't get it, you know. And maybe, listen, I know I'm different. I'm the guy that don't wear the skinny jeans while everybody else is wearing the skinny jeans. I'm the guy that don't have his booty hanging out when everybody else got their entire ass hanging out with tight drawers on. I get it. I'm a little bit different, but just something about Canelo, I'm just not seeing it. He's a good boxer, but yeah, I'm not seeing it. You know, he fought Floyd, and that's when his fame came in. And then after that, he fought, you know, some solid guys. But it's funny. I can't remember where I got this stat from. I think it was BFTB. I could be wrong, but I got it from a pretty credible source, Dante or somebody. He is the champion that fights the eldest. What was the stat?
Everything. I agree with all that. 100.
The average age of every fighter that he fights is higher than anybody else in boxing.
He done fought all the old champions, Mosley, Cotto. I'm not denying that. I'm really not denying it. But it's hard for media who outside of this show only. I don't have time. I have 20 minutes a day to do a video. How can I prioritize? What's the guy's name? Andrade. How can I prioritize Andrade when he ain't helping me? I don't even think about him. Who's thinking about him right now? Like, for real, I'm talking about in numbers, not in this show. In numbers, it's hard to even think about the kid. You understand? I'm not by no means am I saying Canelo is this, Canelo is that. I'm saying Canelo is in a position where it works to his advantage, right? Ain't no real killers that got the 168-pound belts. It worked out to his advantage. So, but you know what not Andre Ward, what's the guy's name? Roy Jones did. He moved up to heavyweight. Y'all say that I ain't fighting nobody? I'm going to go up to heavyweight. When he gets done with this guy in September and everybody else is doing their part, Jamal Charlo knocks out this guy in the third round. David Benavidez destroys Uzataki. Andrade knocks a guy down 4 times and wins a unanimous decision, right? Now we got some momentum from some of these fighters. Now we can say in December, hey, listen, we're only accepting one of these 3 opponents, dog. If not, we gonna thrash you. Now we got some now we got something that we can use. But I think Andrade is not the best example for that. You understand? I think if Jamal knocks his guy out in the 3rd round, which I think he's going to do, let's see if he calls out Canelo. Let's see what he does. But I think we can't advocate, and the fighter really doesn't want it. Go ahead.
No, I got you. Mm-hmm. Shout out, man. Jay Cooley done jumped in the building, man.
What's up, Jay?
Shout out to Michael James, 616 done slid in the building. Saints Den, 04, and also, who else I seen in there? Batman done jumped in here. Shout out to John Page, our good brother. Man, the phone line's open too, man. Y'all call in and chime in.
Are you staying on?
Yeah.
Okay. Brandon just beamed in.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, Brandon.
Peace, what up? Can you hear me? Shout out to the 3rd. What up, Big DB? Peace, King. What's going on, Fred?
How you feel?
I like that that hoodie, Fred. That's live. Can you tell the people where to get it?
I'll tell you after the show.
Indeed.
I gotta look at the back of my sweater. Go ahead. Oh, we might be
I had the point that you are right, I guess. I get both of your points, but what I will say, I don't like that black fighters. Why we always got to jump through hoops? Why do Andrade got to do something special when Liam Williams didn't do nothing special? Liam Smith didn't do nothing special. All of these people did nothing special for Canelo. They didn't have to boost their profile. They didn't have to jump in rings. Why we got to be monkeys all the time? Why we got to be the ones to always got to shuck and jive and show our faces? You got to show your face. You got to entertain. That's why I can understand why a lot of the PBC fighters, once they fight, they take a step back, because you always got to do something. But Canelo don't got to do nothing. He don't even fucking speak English. How? Why do we keep pushing this narrative and this thing? Well, the black fighter got to do this. We don't even recognize that we subconsciously doing this. Canelo is in the position that he's in because a black fighter put him there. And he did do his part as far as marketing to his people. But now you hear these young black fighters like Slick Nick. I couldn't even stomach the interview. It was so bad because, dude, do you not recognize that who you bigging up and who you sitting here saying that you follow? Come on, man. And then not only that, Slick Nick, you 20. These guys are 20. Just think about the fighters that are coming up under them, that's in the juniors right now, that's going to be watching them. And the first fighter to fall out their mouth is a goddamn drug cheat named Canelo. And we act as though Canelo is the pinnacle of the sport. He's on the pinnacle of the sport because we make him that. He's not the pinnacle of the sport. Canelo is fighting at 168 pounds right now. He's on his way to probably unifying, undisputed in the division. Why is it that Andrade, who weighs 160 pounds, have to go do anything different? Why is Charlo got to do anything different? If Liam Smith didn't sell and Williams and Yurdam and all of them didn't sell, when we get in the ring with them, it turns into a different dynamic and the fight sells. So we do our part just by being our presence and being the fighter that we are. Why we got to turn tricks? Why we got to do something special? Why we got to go on social media? Why I got to run in the ring? Why I got to do that? None of the other fighters who didn't look like me, who fought Canelo, they didn't do any of that. We didn't know who the fuck Liam Smith or Williams was. Eddie Hearn just put him in the ring. It was like, this is the guy. This is another guy, Rocky Fielding. Come on, man. We don't even know who these people are. They don't have a social media presence, but they got the Canelo ticket. What the thing that I'm saying is what we don't recognize is we keep pushing this paradigm. I'm just tired of us having to do more at work. You got to be better. You got to be better than that person. We got to be smarter. We got to go the extra mile. We got to do this. Why do we have to do that? That's the narrative that I want to get on. Shout out to the 3rd. I'm looking forward to a response. I'm going to file back in the chat. Peace.
I appreciate it. I'll say this, as it pertains to what Brandon just said. I campaigned that campaign for a whole year. Feel free to watch the videos. Feel free to go to my Instagram post. niggas don't care. And the same thing I said about the NFL boycott. Why the fuck are the fans boycotting and the black fighters are playing and the black athletes are playing? It's not a fucking boycott. It's not. Yeah, they want to chase Canelo, so we got to play by Canelo's rules, okay? And at the end of the day, that's why I said, why are we giving Mauricio Sulaiman so much hell when not one black fighter threw away the WBC belt? Stop doing or advocating for things the fighters won't do themselves. If the WBC is so racist, somebody throw away a belt. No fighter's gonna raise their hand. You know what I mean? Feel free to go to my YouTube videos. Since Canelo got popped, I done did them videos. Go to my Instagram page. Since he got popped in February of 2018, he got popped. But and then I said, you know what? I said, fuck it. About February, March this year, he's the pound for pound king. So what the fuck I got? Who am I? Who am I? So I said, fuck it. So at the end of the day, boxers believes that Canelo is the pound for pound best fighter in the world. No matter what I used to say, he's not my pound for pound best fighter in the world. He's a drug cheat. I'm going to tell Lincoln he is a drug. If my son Lincoln asks me about Canelo, which he probably won't, he may never know who Canelo is, I'm going to say Canelo is a drug cheat. I've told you guys that time and time again. But if the business of boxing says Canelo is the king, guess what? Canelo's the king. There's nothing we can do about it. So you can bang that drum, but the black fighters, the Mexican fighters, the Argentinian fighters gonna say he's the best fighter in the world. This nigga Jamel Charlo just hashtag Viva Mexico. Oh, you shouldn't be talking bad about, Oscar. Why Jamal went after Oscar De La Hoya instead of Canelo? Make that make sense.
So, Brody, you said a second ago that stop beating that drum, but you just told Demetrius Andrade to keep beating the drum even if he didn't get the result.
No,
just do the work.
I said,
so why can't
I said no. I said no. I simply said he has to do his part. If he wants to fight, it's simple. If you want something, go towards it, right? That's why we walk. That's why you're walking towards something. Everybody in life, we're walking towards something. If he wants that fight, regardless if it's Charlo, Canelo, Eubanks, he doesn't have a mission statement at all. He's just out here. He's an aloof. He's not telling everybody, I want this fight. This is the fight I want next. So everybody should be advocating for me to get this fight. He's not doing it. He'll come. Matter of fact, his fight wasn't even announced till 2 weeks before the fight, and nobody knew who was on the card. So I'm not telling him what not to do. I'm telling him you still got to do your part. Media is a huge part. That's why in the NBA, you know what they do at the NBA? You got 45 minutes before the game. You have to talk to media. You got 45 minutes after the game. You have to talk to media. LeBron James had to talk to me. I'm just giving you guys an example. It was Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin had to talk to me. He couldn't avoid me. Whether he said no comment, no, yes, no comment. He had to. That's a part of branding the NBA. That's the branding part.
I think a lot of times if these guys come in and they think that we're looking for a certain answer, they go with the popular narrative. And listen, if these dudes were, I think if we talk to somebody of high intellect, if they had the ability to articulate themselves and they did not think that Canelo Alvarez was a top guy or that he was a drug cheat or he was, I mean, imagine this. I mean, you heard it. You heard it come out of a guy's mouth. He said that a guy was a steroid cheat and he should be banned, and and all these sanctions, all these things should happen. He also said that if a guy, the trajectory of his career was moving upward, then he qualifies. But if it was the opposite, if a guy fought former world champions and then he was fighting nobodies, a bunch of, what did he say, cab drivers, and I said a bunch of Europeans, and he agreed and said yes. And then he still, again, proceeded to say that Canelo Alvarez was there. So that's the popular narrative. And I don't think that, he was in a position, maybe it's late out there, but he wasn't in a position to defend what I think he truly felt. So he was like, I'm gonna just go with that, so I can keep peace, and also I can keep, since I'm on not Top Rank, damn it, Golden Boy, and I'm probably gonna be on fight cards with an entire not Latino, because Latino means that we're talking about Chapins, we're talking about Nicaraguenses, we're talking about Beliceños, we're talking about everything. We're talking about, he's going to be on Mexican fight cards, and he knows that. So I don't think he wants to. I don't think he wants to be in the good graces of those fans who will support him until he's successful, and then they'll turn their backs on him like they do with everybody. I mean, shit, I can go down the list and name 25 athletes right now that happens to. But yeah, the phone lines are still open. I'm gonna fall off for about.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna fall off for about 10 minutes, Brody, and then I'll jump back in.
For sure.
Okay.
All right. President Yard Forest says Chris Mannix basically called Andrade a clown, and Haney fight an undefeated at Haney's fight an undefeated champion. I didn't hear it, but I mean that's so disrespectful. Obviously, he's a world champion. I'm not calling him a clown. I'm just saying, don't go away for a year and expect me to drop what I'm doing. I'm not dropping what I'm doing for you. I'm not. Me, Frederick, ain't dropping what he's doing for Andrade. I'm not. What's up, H?
Yo, what's good, Fred, man? Thanks for having me once again on the platform. Now, when we talk about Demetrius Andrade, we're talking about a 2-division world champion. He's a three-time world champion in 2 different weight classes, an Olympian who's still undefeated, who has some of the best boxing skills in boxing. Now, what DB was saying, people are saying Canelo wants to be undisputed, but where was that energy at 160 pounds when he had to fight Demetrius Andrade to be undisputed? That's the debate. That's the debate.
I agree with that. 1,000. I'm not disagreeing with none of that shit. Nothing. If he didn't get the fight at 160, yes, we banged the drum for Jamal Charlo to get the fight at 160. We banged the drum. He ducked him. He took the franchise tag. We know this. I'm not denying none of that. I'm talking about in the now. And I'm not even talking about it as it's attached to what's the guy's Canelo. I'm talking about Demetrius Andrade as an individual. You can't go away for a year and come back. You go away for a year and you come back. Didn't you say that about Gary Russell?
Facts.
So why should I say a world champion goes away for a year, comes back, and I have no relationship with him?
See, the thing is different between him and Gary Russell. Now, Gary Russell, for the past, I believe 6 years, he's only fought once a year for 6 years straight. Andrade, that hasn't been the case with him. Now, Andrade, he's been calling out the top guys in the middleweight division, including Jamal Charlo, including Triple G. Now, the fight with Triple G, that should happen. They both with Eddie Hearn. They both on the zone. It's a unification fight. That should happen. A Jamal Charlo fight should happen. Jamal Charlo, he's fighting Montiel next Saturday, and nobody knows who Montiel is. I think that's a great fight. It makes a lot of sense. So he's at 160. I somewhat agree with you right now because, at 160 pounds, nobody's fighting each other. None of the champions. I think Triple G is about to fight Murata. I don't even know how Murata got elevated to the WBA super champion at a middleweight. It's crazy right now. But Andrade, he's trying his best though, Fred. He went to Canelo's press conference. He went to Jamal Charlo's press conference and called out Charlo. You know what I mean? So he's doing his part, man. He recently he met up with Bernard Hopkins, and Bernard Hopkins, who's an all-time great, undisputed middleweight champion, unified champion at 49 years old. Bernard Hopkins beat everybody from Kelly Pavlik, Roy Jones Jr., you know what I'm saying? He beat Antonio Tarver, who knocked out Roy Jones. Bernard Hopkins, he destroyed Antonio Tarver, right? Bernard Hopkins, he told Demetrius Andrade that you got to keep stalking these guys, keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully he can get a big fight, Fred, because it's unfortunate that these guys are ducking him. It's unfortunate, and I want to take this time right now to tip my hat off to all the great champions in the history of boxing. Champions like Larry Holmes, who was a great champion, defended his title plenty of times. He had the best jab in boxing history. Shout out to Larry Holmes. Shout out to the legendary Andre Ward, undefeated Olympic gold medalist, two-time lineal champion in 2 different weight classes, 2-time unified champion who won the Super 6 middleweight tournament. Andre Ward, SOG, who was undefeated since he was 12 years old. He was undefeated as an amateur. Andre Ward, one of the greatest fighters of all time. People say Vasily Lomachenko was such a great amateur, but Andre Ward, he was undefeated as an amateur. And I think Andre Ward definitely deserves more respect for the great career that he had. You know what I mean? Shout out to Evander Holyfield, 5-time heavyweight champion, cruiserweight, undisputed champion, moved up to heavyweight and became undisputed in 2 different weight classes. Evander Holyfield fought everybody from Riddick Bowe, Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, Larry Holmes. He fought everybody. George Foreman, Michael Moore. Evander Holyfield had the most heart in the history of boxing. He was a true warrior, Fred. You know what I mean? Shout out to Floyd Mayweather. He just fought this past Saturday, and Mayweather looked sharp, Fred. You see that high guard defense, man. I think Floyd Mayweather beats everybody in this era. He beat all of these guys. He could come out of retirement and beat everybody, man. He already beat the top guys. He beat Canelo Alvarez, smoked him, gave him a boxing lesson. Money Mayweather, the TBE, man. Shout out to Jaleel Hackett. He got his first win as a professional. Jaleel Hackett, baby. You did it, Jaleel. Congratulations. And one more special shout out to my favorite fighter, Devin Haney, man. He wants to smoke. Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez. Let's make it happen next. Teofimo Lopez, stop capping. Devin Haney want to fight you. Stop hiding. Stop ducking. You already know, Fred. Thanks for the opportunity. And man, I can't wait for the trilogy. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. Wilder, we still on your ass. Stop hiding, Wilder. Fury gonna knock you out again. He gonna knock all the lies out you. He gonna knock all the lies out you, buddy. What excuse you gonna make this time, Wilder? What you gonna say this time, buddy? You're through. You're finished. Fury gonna beat your ass again. He gonna make you quit. He gonna beat he gonna beat the fuck out of him, man. It's gonna be worse than the second fight. You know what I mean? Man, I appreciate it, Fred. Thanks for the opportunity. You got a great platform, man. And I'm here just to talk about boxing, man. Thank you, my brother.
Appreciate you. Oh, man. He's hard to defend, especially when you don't have a relationship with him. I'm talking about Andrade, man. I mean, he fought in January of 2020, January 30th of 2020, and fought for April of 2021. That's 15 months. I just think it's it's oh man, it's tough, man. It's tough, man. You want to see him succeed, but at the end of the day, if they don't do their part, it's like how many times you gonna tell your girl to cook dinner? Your girl don't cook dinner for a year. What you gonna do? She only cook on holidays. She only show up when they tell her she got to cook, right? When the family, Thanksgiving, birthdays. you know, that's pretty much Andrade. You know, he shows up when he wants to show up. I think Charlo, Triple G, Murata, all of them need to get in a 4-man tournament and fight, man. You know, and if Canelo ducks this kid Plant, which I don't think Caleb Plant's gonna turn down that money. I don't think so. You know what I mean? Andrade done had 18 promoters, 18 networks. Man, come on, man. He ain't doing his part, man. I'm doing my part. I show up every night, 9 p.m. with COVID. I had COVID for 2 weeks and I showed up. Never complained. Showed up. And I think you gotta allow them to do their part. That's all I'm saying. I don't think Andrade is the greatest example. I think you got guys like David Benavidez, you got guys like Devin Haney. You know, those things I think of off the top of my head. Oh, the phone lines are off. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now the phone lines are open. If you guys want to call in. Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm at with it, man. And yeah, shout out to the third shift for sure. Hey, what's up?
What's up, Fred?
How you feeling, man? I'm feeling great. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Man, when it comes to Canelo, man, he ain't gonna fight nobody, man. Like, the thing is, I always hear the argument, and you know I don't like Canelo just because he don't fight nobody boxing wise. I'm a boxing fan, but when I hear the argument like of Vinny Yildirim or whatever his name was, right? He don't sell anything. I totally agree. I agree with that. But I think the way he's handled is like a business. So the risk versus the reward, you know, there's a lot of risk in fighting Andrade. He's a mover. He always had trouble with him. There ain't no risk in fighting Yildirim. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no risk in fighting these guys. So I think the risk versus reward is what is the way he's handled, man. Because at the end of the day, I feel like Canelo's not even marketed towards us, the actual boxing fans that look at boxing and are like, okay, this guy didn't fight this guy, because we can point that out, you know? We can see when somebody's ducking somebody else. But when I go to like, when I go to work and somebody's like, hey, Lomachenko, he's a great fighter, I'm like, man, but you ain't seen this guy fight. You ain't seen this guy fight. Lomachenko lost his first fight to Salido. Like, the thing is how these guys are marketed. I don't think they're marketed towards us is the issue. And I think that's why Canelo gets away with this, and he's gonna continue to get away with it. He don't care, and like Fred said, man, I seen you push for that fight for a while, you know, and then you have Charlo show up to the Yildirim fight and stuff. Like, what the hell am I doing this for? Don't point to this. It's almost pointless, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. I don't think those fights are ever going to happen unless those guys really put themselves in a position. It sucks to say, yeah. Why do people have to jump through hoops to get them? I agree, but sometimes that's the way it is, man. It's like
it was like that. Reality. It's like that. It was like that for Pacquiao. It was like that for Floyd. I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just saying, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Up until Yildirim, I was saying the same thing y'all was saying. When I saw all them niggas at that Yildirim fight, I said, "Oh shit, I give up." And I came on the show and told y'all that if they gonna go to his fight and say he's the pound for pound best fighter in the world, who am I?
Yep. They giving him they basically saying, yeah, it's true. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, exactly. But like he's not gonna do it, Fred. This guy's marketed. I mean, whoever's marketing does a good job. Like I said, Fred, as I sit back and look, this guy's gonna be fighter of the year. Why? And I mean, personally, I see through the BS, right? But this guy beats 2 undefeated fighters if he fights Caleb Plant.
Wow,
unifies a division, and fights 4 times this year, possibly. Who else did that? I mean, just on paper, like thinking about it. Who else did that? And on top of it, his trainer becomes trainer of the year because he had Valdez with the big win up front. They're going to fight some bum, for a second time this year. So he's going to, he'll get past that test. Valdez will. And then he's got the guy that he just unified and the beat 2 undefeated fighters and bought Ruiz back.
Yeah.
Who else is going to beat that, Fred? This is a market, like the marketing behind this guy is done very well, Fred. That's why he got big sponsors. How many fighters are sponsored by these big names? You know what I'm saying? It just don't exist in boxing. This guy's a business. It's the risk versus the reward. I don't agree with that as a boxing fan, but I just don't think this guy is marketed towards any of us. Any of us that, like who up at this time, listening to boxing? It's a select few of people. And I think we'll remember it, I think personally, but Fred, Chavez 100 fights, that's what he's marketed as, right? But if you go look at his box record, he fought guys that were 0-7 when he had like 45 wins.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I remember that. You remember that. But you ask anybody out here, Chavez. You know what I'm saying? Now, Chavez had some good wins. I'm not going to take some of the wins that he did have. But no, if you ask most people, they don't know that he fought to a draw. You know what I'm saying? Here in San Antonio. Like... It's crazy, man. It's just not gonna. It's never gonna change. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's my call, man. I was just as a sit back, it's like, man, this is just not happening. It's not gonna happen. You know what I would like to see though, and I think is more realistic, Fred. Why not? I think it sells good numbers too, and makes them a good payday. Benavidez versus Boo Boo. That's a good fight. And I think it's a little more realistic, catch weighted.
It's a good fight. I think Benavidez versus anybody is a good fight. I'll be honest. He brings the fight to you.
Fred, those guys make a ton of money. If we get like a little round robin between Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, and Benavidez, they don't need Canelo. That's the problem. They don't need him. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I said that from Jump Street. Y'all fight each other and make Canelo. How many times have I said that on this show? Y'all fight each other and make Canelo irrelevant. They ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it. Nah, they ain't gonna do it. Nah, it's not gonna happen.
The problem is they're just gonna sit around and wait for Canelo and see if they can win the sweepstakes. That's what it is. I
told Bill and Gary the same story. If y'all fight each other, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what Teofimo and Loma do. It don't matter. It's the biggest fight in the division. Y'all fight each other, and the winner owns the division. Simply put, so that's just what I feel.
Not 100%. But yeah, man, that's my call for it, man. Thanks for having me on, bro. And hey, shout out to DB, bro, because he's always mad cool on the chat, bro. He always give me a saludos compa every day. So
yeah,
cool guy, man.
Cool guy.
But yeah, man. And Wilder by Flatline, baby.
Hope so.
Later, bro.
Hope so. I'm going to Sauce and Swap Me to get a shirt made.
Hey, get that done. Wilder by Flatline, baby. All right, bro.
All right, peace. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Sauce and Swap Me. I'm gonna go to Sauce and Swap Me real soon and get me a shirt made. That'd be cool. Shout out to Brian Pumper, man. What's up? We got Brian Pumper in the super chat, man, aka Rich Bartley. Canelo is following the Floyd blueprint, legalized bank robberies. Yeah, I mean, what's up, 586?
Yeah.
What's up? I can hear you. All right. Yeah. So, I mean, shit. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Hey, what's up?
So what's going on with Sean Porter? Who can he fight? This Jamal James fight. It's some bullshit.
I mean, you got a few options out there. Just gotta make the fight. You got Keith Thurman. You got Jamal James. You got Ugas, the rematch.
Keith Thurman not fight nobody, man. Keith Thurman want to sit back and
I think those are real good TV fights. I really think Sean Porter versus an upper echelon fighter is a really good TV fight. It'll do great ratings, over 2 million on Fox.
Keith Thurman, Sean Porter.
Hell yeah! And they showed a rematch.
Man.
They build that shit up for 2 months, 6 weeks. Hell yeah!
Keith Thurman is fragile as hell. Sean Porter will run straight through that boy.
The fans don't know it though.
But yeah, that's what Sean Porter is no Floyd Mayweather. it's like okay, the fans know Floyd not gonna get touched, but they gonna buy that. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about this, Jamel?
Nah, I don't care. Don't care about
you
it.
Don't?
Nah.
You don't?
Nah.
Oh, you just made headlines. Hey, what you tell Mauricio? You just made headlines. You just made
Hell
headlines.
yeah.
You just made headlines. Why you don't care about that?
I mean, he says race
That's
doesn't.
undisputed. That's
Yeah.
undisputed.
Oh,
he's black.
He's fighting for undisputed.
We're black.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's undisputed.
I didn't know he was a champion.
What?
No, I didn't know.
Fred.
I don't know. I was watching, you know what the funniest shit is? I was watching what's that shit? I was watching that and they put that I was watching Men in Black and the shit came through the TV screen. And that light fucking my memory just fucking went blank.
Man, get the fuck up.
I'm being honest, dog. I'm being honest. I completely forgot.
Oh, you didn't know he's fighting for undisputed?
No, not at all.
But you seen her lose to fucking Reese Aries. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was. I mean, he's dealing with a lot.
Man, he lost his pops, but guess what? Tony Harris. I'm from Detroit, bro. My shit come in is 586, but I'm on 7 Mile right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to you straight from the heart of the hood. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So I'm crunk everything around this bitch. So I don't give a fuck about no Tyson Fury, none of that shit. You feel me? It's play service TV. But the whole thing I'm saying is you can't cry about that shit. Niggas die every day where we from. You know what I'm saying? You can't cry about nobody dying.
Niggas die every day,
you talking about, nigga? You putting your heart on deck. You can die in that ring. What the fuck you gonna talk about somebody dying? I don't care about that. People die every day. You know what I'm saying? So
hey, when you say niggas die every day, you got to say B behind it. All right.
Yeah, no, B, blood, whatever.
No, it's from that movie. I'm drawing the blank on the movie, but I remember that line. But go ahead.
Yeah, niggas
Omaha.
B, that's paid in full.
Paid in full. Yeah.
DB. Where DB
at? He in there. He gonna holler at you.
Where DB at?
He's out on the phone right now.
Okay, cause I'm straight east side, and I know he knows certain shit, talking shit in the hood. I know that's your co-host, so. But the whole thing I want to say a couple more things. Deontay Wilder. I know this motherfucker about to fuck Tyson Fury ass the fuck up. Bomb squad! Bitch, we fucking this nigga up. I give it 3 rounds, 4 rounds. That motherfucker, it was something wrong. Somebody sedated my dog. I watched that fight with my uncle. And I told him, something don't look right. Something don't look right with my dog. And I seen how it happened. And I hear him. Man, I knew something wasn't right. Fred, you know who I am. Like, I always call in periodically. You understand what I'm saying? Fuck you, Fred.
Nigga, what you want me to say?
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, man. Appreciate you calling in, D-Town. Appreciate you, mate. Oh, man. Where we at? Shout out to Brian Pumper, man. We appreciate you hollering at your boy, man. Hey, you know, I see Brian Pumper at least once or twice a year. You know what I mean? Canelo. Canelo is following the Floyd blueprint, legalized bank robbery. You know, so yeah. Facts. Definitely legalized bank robbery. The phone lines is open. So holla at your boy, man. Holla at your boy. What's up, Queen 71? How you been? It's great to see you. It's great to see you. I don't know why I do this and I got a mouse. What's up, 917? Okay. Oh man. That's not Brian Pumper. I know. That nigga look like him though. They like Brian Pumper. Me and Brian Pumper and I, excuse me. He used to work out at the Slauson 24-hour fitness. And I ain't gonna lie. And some jeans and a wife beater. No lie. Yeah. Welcome back, Queen 71. Welcome back. Oh man. So are we done with Andrade? I mean, and I know DB is I know DB, you're a big Andrade fan. He's one of your favorite fighters. I never really cared for him, be honest with you, because he don't do nothing. He don't do interviews. I don't know who he is. I don't know his backstory. What's up, 424?
What's up, man? What's up, Fred?
Hey, how you
doing? It's 04, man.
Hey, what's up? How you feel?
Hey, bro. How come y'all ain't talk about the WBO? You know, like when you're the champ, you could challenge for the champ. That you know, who in the upper class, you could be the mandatory. Couldn't Andrade do that to Canelo since you got the WBO
yeah, tell him to do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That, to me, you should push for that.
That's a good idea.
You know, he should push for that, man. Because like I say, I mean, like you say, he got to stay on top of it. Just keep on pushing. Like you say, I'm the WBO middleweight champ. I want to fight the WBO super middleweight champ. I mean, if he win, he got to give up that middleweight belt. But at least he should be able to get a shot at Canelo. Because you know he's going to run. He's been running from him since 154. Because when Andrade had the 154, WBO 154 title, he didn't want to fight him. As soon as they took the script of the WBO belt, that's when Canelo fought and beat some Lim or Kevin, whatever Smith dude, and won the WBO belt at 154. But like I say, you got to force that dude at gunpoint to fight either Charlo's Andrade in the ring, man. He ain't gonna try to fight none of them dudes because they move too much. And they ain't gonna stand in front of him and box him. But it's just crazy though, man. But hey, man, look, I was with you about last night, man. The truth, people can get upset about the truth, man. So like I said, you up there with challenging their foundation, man, religion and politics, man. You up there, you gave a lot of people nightmares about last night's show, but I don't want to talk about that. We on Canelo, even on Canelo, but I'm still trying to figure out how everybody keep on put Canelo on their pound for pound list, and this dude dropped the belt to avoid Charlo. So I'm like, how you keep on putting him pound for pound?
But here's the catch: the same person he dropped the belt for calls him the pound for pound king. Like, so why are we advocating for these guys? Why are we saying? Why I'm not doing that?
Right, Fred.
Why? Why?
You right, Fred. You right. You right. If they don't, why should you care if they don't care?
They don't care. They flying private jets to go watch him fight Yeardrum. Man, come on, man. Champside did the same. Champside said the same thing I said. I remember watching Champside. I'm like, why am I spending all these hours, all these man hours saying Canelo's a drug cheat? Canelo's this. I was the first guy I broke the news on the internet that he was a drug cheat.
Yeah. But Fred, you know what Mel doing, Mel Charlo doing, he trying to get likes, man. Because soon he say something good about Canelo, he seen the other side start liking, then you see, so since I went against the grain for this, let me go against the grain again against D Wilder. And I mean, he just doing all this for likes, man. Because like I said, he just hard to believe this dude believe that race don't matter. And him and his brother, whenever they went to the hotel, and the people turned them, they let them go work in the gym because they got discriminated against. I'm like, that's why I say
I was in New York. I was in New York when it happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I say it don't make sense.
Yeah, Jamal was trying to cut weight.
Yeah, man, that's just crazy, man. That's why I said, man, y'all was born in Lafayette, Louisiana. I said, then you in Houston, Texas? Come on, man. Yeah, all that stuff just don't make sense, man. It's just sad. You can't. I believe, like I said, Charlo, man. I mean, Mel, he got that green envy monster in him, man. When you jealous, and you see another man doing good, and you so-called, you think you this way. He just jealous of Wilder, man. What he get all. But the thing about Wilder though, he go talk to the people. He spend time. He don't try to make himself more than what he actually is. Like I say, he trying to be like Floyd. That was wrong with Floyd. He disconnected from the real people. He in his own little you know, aloof from everything else. He just like 7-8 was saying on his show. You know, he up there giving these other people rich, but he ain't getting none of the brothers let them make money. If you so-called, you know, talking you trying to make somebody, you know, get money, like he said, he should have fought KSI. KSI beat Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm.
KSI got way more followers on YouTube than Logan Paul, but he ain't fight him. So it's a bunch of bull, man. But that's my call, man. You keep on standing on your square, man. If you telling the truth, it is what it is. These people gonna like it, they don't like it. It's truth. It's truth.
Thank you.
But
I appreciate
peace out to you, DB and PPD, man. Y'all take care.
Thank you, boss. Appreciate
all right,
you.
bro.
Yep. So, where we at? Oh man. Any more call-ins? Any more beaming? No, let's not do no more beam-ins. Anybody else want to call in? I'm starving. Damn, I'm hungry. Man. About to go eat this banana and drink this orange juice and call it a night. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he could have fought for 50 Cent, I guess, you know. Oh, man. So I appreciate you, Mark Nash. After party with Kyle, the boxing section. Salute to the barbershop. Hashtag March Nash. Hashtag barbershop conversations. Hashtags DB the Great. DB the Great. Put a grade on it. That's what Nip say. Put a grade on it. Yeah, put a grade on it. I just posted that on my damn Instagram last week. Yeah. Put a grade on it. Why not? Please do. Yeah, man. Where we at? You could talk about Andrade till you blew in the face. Talk about him. He ain't gonna challenge. He got 216. He got Canelo over there, Daniel Jacobs, Triple G. Why don't y'all tell him to do what y'all asked Terrence Crawford to do? Go after his promoter. He ain't gonna do it. He got a guarantee, just like Terrence Crawford. That's the truth. Y'all tell Terrence Crawford to go after Bob Arum, right? Eddie Hearn got a lot of those 160s, 168 guys. He got like 4 of them. You know what I mean? Tell him to go after him. He ain't gonna do it. Eddie Hearn gonna sit there and watch his fighter and his dad get thrown out. That's what he gonna do. Keep it a buck with you. What's up, 682?
What's up, Fred?
How you feeling? Let me turn you out.
817, man. What's going on?
Hey, we feeling great. What you got?
I just want to say, you know, I've been saying it over the last couple of weeks, and I want to reiterate it.
Is this Hustle's home?
What's happening?
Is this Hustle's home?
No. This 817 boxing. Beat.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, you sound like Hustle's home, man. What's up?
You always got jokes, Fred.
No, you do. You do.
You're right. I do on the cool.
Yeah, I was being the one time I'm not telling the joke. I guess I should
observe it.
What's up?
Observing is fuck. That's what it is. But I was just gonna say, Fred, you're right. You know what I'm saying? 2 things can be true at the same time, Fred. I've been saying it, and I'm gonna say it again. 2 things can be true at the same time, bro. As much information and facts we have on Canelo ducking Andrade over 2 weights, now 3 weights, shit. Well, he ain't went to 168 yet, but we all know he ducked him at 151, 160. Mm-hmm. That's not an argument.
He made his own weight class, and he had the belt. Facts. He had the belt. Facts. He had the last belt, and he didn't fight him.
Facts. We all know this. BFTB good at running through it. Shout out to BFTB. Mm-hmm. Champside too.
Yeah, Champside and BFTB do a great job with it. Yeah.
Facts. And like you said, you was the first one to break that Canelo cheat.
Yeah. You know I was in the gym. Dude, I was in the gym with the what's his I can't just say I was in the gym with the kid from Golden Boy, and he had to write the press release for it. I was there, right there. Swear to God. I got it an hour before everyone else got it.
Fact.
Yes, I swear to God, no lie.
In the barbershop, and if you've been in the barbershop, you know, and if not, you can go back and do your research. You know what I'm saying? So we all been on the Canelo cheating tip. You know what I'm saying? Now, it is, and just like the caller said before, a couple of calls ago, he was right, man. You know, the way the marketing, you know, television, tell you vision, the way that they present it with the sponsors and everything else, you know, they always paint them in a perfect light. Every last caller, you know, kind of made some sense. Talking about Canelo was really only put on by Floyd. We all know this, but at the end of the day, just like you said, Fred, it all boils back down to the fighter. You feel what I'm saying? I lost respect for Andrade. I was one of the ones standing on my tippy toes for Andrade too. But when I seen him sitting ringside on Dazzin, that's right, I said Dazzin. Fuck you, H Money, Bucko. Fuck, I can't don't even call him by his regular name. Anyway, when I seen him sitting over there commentating and kissing Canelo ass, knowing he ducked him at 2 weights, I knew Eddie Hearn was standing on his balls and he wasn't standing up for his own. You feel me? And Benoit Hopkins pulled him to the side and told him about them now being built a certain way where they wasn't gonna come knock on your door. Andrade ain't built that way either, because if he was, he'd throw caution to the wind, say "fuck you, Eddie Hearn,"
right,
and fight for that fight and get that fight. Because I was always saying, why in the hell? I always been one. Why in the hell the Charlos and Andrade got to chase this man over 3 weight classes? It's obvious he been ducking real smoke. It's obvious he waited Ward out until he retired. You feel what I'm saying? It's obvious. It's obvious he waited. He didn't know what weight he wanted to fight at till Benavidez lost his goddamn title on the scale. 168 started looking good. Started looking like a steak soon as Benavidez fucked up and lost his weight on the scale. Right. And see, don't nobody talk about it, but you know he petitioned to fight Yildirim.
He sure did. He sure did.
He petitioned for that, and Yildirim came off a fucking loss and got another title shot. You know what I'm saying? So
make it make sense.
We know what it is. Right. We know what it is, Fred, but you are absolutely right. You're right about 2 things. I say it all the time. Every time I see a fighter doing something for somebody else, I think about Fred saying, say, man, own your own content and bet on your damn self. Number 1. And then number 2, if Eddie Hearn didn't have a grip on Demetrius Andrade balls, or if Demetrius Andrade was a real man, he wouldn't allow Eddie to buy his balls and be able to put them in a case and say, hey, you go show up at Canelo fight. Don't talk no shit to him, but commentate and talk about how great he is. And he been ducking you and denying you glory.
He did.
And we supposed to back you, and we supposed to back you. I'm like Fred. Fuck that shit. I'm just here to watch.
Yeah. It's no reason to support him. He was there. Yep. He was commentating the whole fight.
The whole fight. I was waiting for him to be like, he looked good in there, but he ain't in there with me. Right. He a sucker. You know, I was waiting for his Club of Lane moment. He never did it because Eddie had his balls in there.
And Eddie Hearn was the commentator. I appreciate you. I appreciate you calling in.
For sure, man. I'm gonna back out and let you do your thing. Salute to the platform, and I just want to say one more thing.
Yes.
The boxing section the other day, man, I was able to get in and talk to Jerron, man, and I just want to say on a bigger level, bro, on a bigger level, y'all just don't know what you do for us as boxing fans, man. I met Donald Curry when I was 6 years old. You feel me? And when it comes to celebrity and these guys, and when the money start coming, you know what I'm saying? It's hard for any of us tangible fans that spend our hard-earned money to really interact with them. And y'all provide that to us along with good news. So I really appreciate you, Fred.
No, that's love. That's love.
Salute to the chat, y'all. Y'all stick with the barbershop, man. This man doing great things.
Oh, I appreciate it. We got great teammates on here too. Appreciate you. Hey, Andrade did an interview. I remember Champside did the interview. He posted on his Instagram about 3 weeks ago. And he says, you're in a great position, Andrade. You got the belt. And then Canelo made something called 155. Oh, my God. Oh my gosh. And then he got a belt at 160. Oh man. I mean, you can't make this shit up. You know what I mean? Are we gonna hold Eddie Hearn accountable? We give all the smoke to Bob Arum. But the main variable is Andrade. But I did see him in December for the UK fighter that got the bicep torn up. I forget the guy's name. Billy Smith. What's his name? Brandon Smith. Yeah, I know his name. And he was like, oh man, he's a great fighter. I'm like, dude, he ducked you. Go watch that commentary, man. It was him, Boxing Bully, Kate Abdo, and Akin. It was Akin Barak. Akin Barak. And that's it. So, and that's all. I'm not fighting for a guy who's not doing his part. You know, if boxing is the job and everybody else is if all the fighters are the employees, so you know, it is what it is. So, yeah. So, anyways, you want to call in DB and get out of it? You can finish. You can finish telling us what's in Demetrius Andrade's brain. You know, because you know he's trying different angles. He was there to call him out. You know, all this shit. But feel free to call in and defend him some more. It's not a problem. Oh, by the way, Reggie Owens. I'm not sure if you saw Hunter Biden's using the N-word. Did everybody see Hunter Biden using the N-word? Did y'all see that? I'm not sure if y'all saw that. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Herd mentality. Vote Democrat because Reggie Owens says Trump is a racist. Before he ran for president, he was all in Jay-Z's raps, Diddy's raps, partying. The moment he became a politician, he became a racist. Democrats are genius. Is
that what it is?
What? What do you mean?
Is that what it is? The moment he became a politician, he became a racist, or he's always been what a whole lot of people are. They just there's the covert and there's the overt. People mix and mingle and match. Shit, a racist chick will take it. Man, listen, a racist chick will ride a pole. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? People, not mix and match. What's they call it? Mingle and rub shoulders with people and to build their brand. And yeah, they use people whenever they can. That's all he did. He used what they say in Players Club. Use what you got to get what you want. That's it. So it wasn't like he was. I mean, show me something that he's done in the community when he was in these videos with these guys. Show me something that Donald Trump did for Black or Latino people or Asian. Show me something he did for anybody other than white folk.
That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is
but you said that he became a racist after he was there.
Yes.
In office.
Yes, he became a racist in the court of public opinion. Yes, they made him out to be the face of racism, and they absolutely did a fantabulous job at doing it. But prior
you don't think he is?
I didn't say what I think. I'm telling you what the media did. It's not what Frederick thinks. It's not what Frederick. No, it's not. I'm not going to answer that question. I'm going to answer that question after I make my point. If I decide to, because it changes the whole narrative of the point I'm making. The point I'm making is they made him out to be a racist, right? The Democratic Party made him out to be a racist. And they told you to vote for a covert racist in Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. Now, if I guarantee you this, if I forget, I don't know I don't know Donald Trump's son's name, but if he used the N-word in a text, what would happen? What would have happened in the court of public opinion? And what would CNN been doing right now? Exactly my point. We've seen it over and over. We've seen this story play out so many times. The point I'm making is we fall for the tricks every time. We're going to vote Democrat. We're going to vote Republican, but we're not going to vote for what protects our community. And that's all I'm saying. So, but continue.
You know, it's funny. Sometimes it seems like you would make a point, and even if it's something that you didn't want, but just to prove your point, you won't change a word instead of saying, you know what? I see it from your angle now. You know what? I thought about it one way, but actually I see it this way now. And
no, I have proof. I didn't vote. I didn't vote for either. I voted for myself.
No, I'm not talking about voting.
Okay.
It's just like it's like when you want to make a point, it's like nothing else in the world matters other than your point. So at this point, I would believe that you would want Demetrius Andrade not to get the fight to prove you right.
No,
I believe that you would want Demetrius Andrade to get in there and lose so you can go, well, see, he should have did this a long time ago. It's like whatever proves your point, that's what you want to stick to.
No, I personally wouldn't care. Be honest with you. I don't care. I don't choose to care about Demetrius Andrade and his plight. I choose not to care. So I have no dog in the race as it pertains to that. I just but if it lands on me, I'm obviously going to say, yeah, I told you so, obviously. But if I'm wrong, I don't mind being wrong. I don't give a fuck. You know, that's fine. But I told you guys in November before you voted, everyone was getting on me saying I was a Trump lover because that's what they tell you to believe. If you go against a Democratic Party, you're a Republican.
Fred, you talking about you, Reggie, and 5 other people. And you keep saying y'all as if all 400 people were all saying that.
Well, I don't know everybody's name, so I'll just say y'all. Y'all doesn't mean everybody.
Y'all does mean everybody.
No, y'all doesn't. Y'all doesn't mean everybody. I don't think that's. I don't think that has a. I don't think that's as specific as everyone. I'm getting the tax breaks whether Republican or Democrat is in it because I read the tax laws every year. I don't go a year without reading the new tax laws. Tax breaks has nothing to do with me. Has nothing to do with it. I'm going to get the tax breaks regardless. I understand it. I understand it. And that's part of my job. That's part of being that's part of being a businessman is knowing the tax laws. That's your responsibility, right? It's my responsibility to read the tax law, just like it's Demetrius Andrade to do his part. I don't go a year without not reading the tax laws. I bought Lincoln a $30,000 piano. You don't think I don't know the tax laws? Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, make it make sense, y'all. Please.
It makes sense. Let's see. So Roy, let me see. Roy Babineau said, y'all means you all. Great point, Roy.
Okay, well, I stand corrected.
Welcome to the show, Roy.
I stand corrected.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, see, yeah, you cold.
I stand corrected. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, but
it's real simple. I'm absolute. You guys are we're so narrative driven that you want me to explain why I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's it. Move on. I'm wrong. We move on. I don't give a fuck about being. It doesn't amuse me either way. I'm not emotionally attached to this. Y'all think I am because I got to drive a show. Man, as soon as this shit is over. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we have to do what's best. If on a national level, I think it's best we vote for what's best for everybody. On a local level, I think we vote best for our city. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, the Republican and Democratic Party is not for black people. And I think it's sad when people come in here and say, I know this, I know that, and still vote. It's just bewildering to me. You gonna vote for a closet racist and call out the overt racist. You know what I mean? His son. So you think that's the first time his son used the N-word? and if you use the N-word, what's the mindset like? I'm just making a point. I'm not voting for none of them niggas. So I mean,
anyway, I think people with a brain don't give 2 shits or 1 fuck about neither one of those guys. Funny, Whiskey Dragonfly said Biden and Trump tied into Canelo.
No, I said on the side note. I said on the side note while you was calling in. I just want to make the point to Reggie because I know Reggie's throwing us under the bus so many times. Vote. He's voting in Biden, and we're 3 years away from the election. How was your mind made up? He ain't did shit for black people yet. How was your Kamala Harris just told all, I forget what country she was in. She just told all the people in South America, don't come to America. No one got angry. But if Trump builds a wall, we get angry. Narrative. We're so narrative driven. She said the same thing. Don't come. Don't come. No, don't come. But Trump say build a wall. Guatemala. Thank you, Taylor. So, I mean, y'all got to make this shit make sense, man.
Mexico and Guatemala is the same thing. That's Central America, bro.
I said South America. If I get it wrong, I get it wrong. But I'm just saying, I knew it was a South American country. I knew it was down there somewhere.
No, but that's it though. Guatemala is Central America. That's not South America.
I said I'm wrong. It's Guatemala. No big deal.
Okay. Got it. Well, you know, somebody's Central American, they might not want to be called something else.
And I said I'm wrong. Guatemala. That's fine.
Antarctica. Hey, but so let's back up for a second though. You said nobody wants to hold Eddie Hearn accountable for his lack of respect for Demetrius Andrade during that press conference. And I'm pretty sure that if we go back and revisit that show, listen to the calls, the beam-ins, and also look at the chat, I think everybody was pretty.
I wasn't talking about that. I wasn't talking about the press conference. I was making a point about how the Zone has had all the fighters at 160, and he has yet to fight either of them, none of them. So I was saying, and the common denominator outside of Demetrius Andrade is Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, I think we give Eddie Hearn hell, but I mean, we don't really have access to Eddie Hearn. So all we could do is give him hell through our words and through our posts.
Yeah,
right?
I'm sure. Yeah, you got a YouTube channel?
No, that's what I'm saying. We can give him hell through our words and our posts, but we don't have access to him. It's not like he's coming to the shop like we're interviewing him.
No, but I'm saying if you got a platform, you have a YouTube channel, you know? So, I mean, you got to do your part.
Yeah, well...
You're too busy. Too busy. I know. Too busy. I mean, what's the other option? If you're not doing it, you're too busy. Or you don't feel like it.
No, well, but I also have Instagram, so I did on my Instagram.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh, yeah, it's done somewhere. Let's see. Let's see what they saying in here, man. Reggie said, I'm the king of politics in here. He said, he's your king in here. Robert Brown said, damn, Fred sweating again for moving. Robert Brown said, damn, Fred sweating again for moving the goalposts.
It's a good workout. It's a good workout.
Oh, shit. It's hilarious. Oh, man, they go your fan bam in here. Pound for pound sports entertainment. He says salute. Man, saying salute. Man, walk in the next room, man. Your cousin Fred right there. Let's see. She said follow the process. Damn, who said follow the process? Oh, got it. Kamala Harris, that's who you're talking about, 817. She said follow the process.
Man, we're gonna get bamboozled every election because we don't believe we have power. You know what I mean? Black Panther Party told us power to the people. But, you know, we say power and economics. That's what we believe in. Power and economics. Shit, I'm about to get this raise. Shit. About to get this raise, nigga.
Let's see. Yeah, Kamala and Trump are the same, says President Jafar. People did get mad at her, says Shermaine Callahan.
Trump was worse when he was in power. Now Biden is worse because he's in power.
By show of let's take a champ side, page of the champ side book. Show of one if you give two shits or one fuck about Donald Trump or Biden, if you think that there's a huge difference in these people. If there's a huge difference between these guys, press 1.
They gonna say it now, but they voted. 9 out of 10 black people vote Democrat. That's the most monolithic shit I've ever heard in my life. How do 90% of any race vote one party? How does that that makes no sense to me. That's one of the most amazing statistics in America. That they can convince 90% of black people to vote Democrat. Wow.
Yeah, I know somebody else who did amazing things for black people, but yeah, we won't talk about him.
Who's that?
All right, man.
Who's that?
You know who it is.
Who is it?
Let's go ahead and
the guy who manipulated all those women, had 23 kids. Him? Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. My bus.
I think
my bus. The guy that was jealous of Malcolm X. My bad. The guy, my bad. The guy who stole money from Muhammad Ali. My bad.
Go ahead with your silly opinions.
They're not opinions. These are facts. These are facts. They're not facts.
You there? Were you there?
See, now we see. Deny. I don't lie because I don't want to be refuted. I don't want to be proven wrong. You know what I mean?
But anyway,
I don't want to be.
We were talking about two different people anyway.
Oh, okay. Oh, the guy that said he has a cure for AIDS. My bad. The guy that took $600,000 from the government because he has a cure for AIDS. My bad. Okay. Okay. My bad, man. I'm sorry. Now, all I'm going to do is state facts. That's all. And the facts are offensive, and it's okay. But I'm not going to allow you just to say, oh, this and that. And I'm not going to be wrong because I'm coming with facts.
It's not a fact.
It is a fact. It is a fact. It is a fact that Louis Farrakhan took $600,000 because he believed he had the cure for AIDS. And they did research and they sold this magic potion and it didn't work. Do your research. 1994, 1993, whatever it was, I'll post it. So you have the answer. I'll do a video on it.
Listen, you can do whatever you want to do. Your slander ain't going to change nothing.
It's not slander. No. How is it slander and it's a fact? When did facts become slander?
Oh, yeah.
So tell me I'm lying. Just tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying.
You're lying.
Okay,
You're
perfect.
Lying.
I got you. I'll fix that.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear the fact. You see how defensive people get? But they don't want to hear. People want to hear narratives, but not the truth. But I'll drop the facts. I'll drop it.
Am I defensive or am I just not agreeing with you?
No, you don't have to agree. I'm just going to give the people the facts, and people can do what they want.
You just said, see how defensive people get. Did I raise my voice, or did I curse, or did I talk over you? I said that's not true.
It doesn't matter whether you
means I'm defensive all of a sudden. Don't be so emotional.
Well, you were defensive. You were defensive when you said you won't give no man no credit. That was a slight at me. And it's okay. I don't mind because all I'm going to do is present facts. I don't speak the same way when you DM me and you said, or you text me, you said I was wrong. And I said, you're right. And I don't live in narrative life. I don't live a narrative life. I don't. I'm very pragmatic. As big as my personality is, I'm pragmatic. I pick up the kids. I'm very structured. I'm very scheduled. So I don't really live in that, but he said I'm wrong. So tomorrow in the show, I'm going to get a quote from Farrakhan saying that he believes he has the cure. I'm not taking no more B-mins, Brandon, that he has the cure for AIDS. I'm going to show y'all tomorrow. Just don't worry about it. In his words. Okay. In his words. In his words. What'd you say? Because it's 12 o'clock. I'm ready to get out of here.
You can take a quick beam, man. Give Brandon 2 minutes.
He's going to basically say what you're saying, that I'm lying.
Is that a fact now?
No, it's not a fact. But the point you don't like people beaming in when you're on the phone. But when it suits you, you probably want it. We're closing the show. We're closing the show.
You ask me, you say, hey, you want to take this beam in? And I'll go, yes, no. And 9 times out of 10, I'd say yes.
Oh man, it's 12 o'clock. I just said before you called, I'm starving. I swear before God, I said that before you called in, man. I'm starving. I said, DB, you want to call in? I said that 5 minutes before you called in.
No, I know. I said, but you said God. You swear for God.
Yeah, I'm telling the truth. I told you I don't have to lie no more. I don't. I'm telling you, when you have conversations with the people you love and have honest conversations, talking to y'all is so easy. It is. I ain't got to lie to Dre. I ain't got to lie to my mama. I ain't got to lie to my kids. Those are the toughest conversations you've ever had to have when you lied. Now I can just tell the truth and be free. So coming in here, telling the truth is easy.
Yeah, it is.
So tomorrow we'll have this conversation, but we got Blu-ray coming in tomorrow. But yeah, we'll have this conversation.
Yeah, Hustle Slam. Yeah, you threw that hook out there.
you threw the spite at me. I didn't give a fuck about what was going on, but I'm gonna see. I don't.
What spite did I throw at you?
Oh, you said you want to give people credit. You want to give. What'd you say? What'd you say? You want to get?
That's not it. That's not it.
What did you say? What did you say? You was making reference to Farrakhan. I thought it was Elijah Muhammad, but you was making reference to Farrakhan. Yeah, and Farrakhan.
Yeah.
Listen. Okay,
there is somebody who did a lot of great things for Black people.
And but I won't give him credit. But I won't
talking about the man who had a kid. Are we talking about the person who had a kid?
I did. And let me tell y'all something really, really quick. You can't chastise the hand that feeds you, right? Isn't that reality? You can't chastise the government if you're taking a check. If you're getting a check from the government, you can't say, fuck the government. No, you're taking a check. It's simple. It's simple math. You can't chastise the WBC and not throw the WB and take the check for getting the belts. You know what I mean? Brand, we can have this conversation tomorrow. I don't want to extend the show to 4 hours because I have long days. You know what I mean? And that's why I was trying to get out here at midnight yesterday. I don't mind having this conversation because you can talk narratives all you want. I'm just going to present the fact. But I'm glad you're calling me a liar because when I bring up the quote from Louis Farrakhan tomorrow, then it's going to be what you're going to say. Well, he didn't mean to say it this way.
No, because you'll do the same thing that Phil Donahue did. You'll take bits and pieces.
No, I'm not. I don't take bits and pieces. I played a 7-minute quote. What are you talking about? 7-minute video.
Yeah. And the video is the entire speech? So then you're taking a bits and piece. You're taking a bit of a piece.
I think 7 minutes is quite a lot. But you see how they Brandon and whenever they got Messiah complexes. You got a God complex, DB, because I'm gonna tell you how you got a God complex because you always simple. You and Brandon and whoever else is a Nation of Islam member. Because if I say fathers must protect their kids, and then you don't hold Elijah Muhammad accountable, you worship him, and then you say black man this, but a Pakistani man is telling you, giving you rules how to be a black man. So make it make sense. W.D. Farrar was not black. He wasn't black. He wasn't black at all.
Man, here you go repeating the same nonsensical bullshit that you heard from other people.
No, I did research. I'm telling you.
The same 6 points, and you keep repeating those same points, and you're saying with so much conviction until you make it, until you want to convince the world to believe you because you say it so many times, or because you say it was.
Is W.D. Farrar black? Is he black?
You know what he is.
I'm asking you. Like you say, answer the question. See, that's what see how they deflect. Is he black?
You know what he is.
Is he black? Is he a black man? Is W.D. Farrar black?
It's funny. Listen to the show from last night, and I want you to.
No, I knew that beforehand. What are you talking about? I paid my money to do the research. I don't lean on other people. I don't lean on. I do my own. If that's the case, I would just go on what I believe. I didn't go on what I believe.
No, yeah. Khalil Muhammad tells you something. I mean, Khalil Ali.
Not just her. It's not just her. How about if I spoke to Elijah Muhammad's kids?
I know, and then you talk to John Ali.
How about if you don't know who I spoke to? DB, I've interviewed over 20 people, man.
Okay, so then that makes it law. Their word is law.
It's their perspective, and it's my job to decipher.
I know. So you're saying their word is law. Because you're saying, I have the proof.
I do have the proof. I do have the proof. Yeah, I have primary.
That's how you told me. Then that means it's the truth.
If Okay, let me ask you the question. Is WD
no,
is WD?
Hey, no.
See how you change? No, let's get back to the question.
My question.
Yes, yes. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. If that's how you create stories, right? That you interview people, right? When you're creating when you're doing biography work, you do the same way that Robert Kenner came in. He couldn't interview Nipsey Hussle. So what did he do? He interviewed all the people around Nipsey Hussle that hung out with him. So that's how you do it. Yes. Now let me ask you this question. Is WD Farad black?
You know what he is, Fred.
See, there you go. You know what he is. Answer the question.
You know what he is.
Exactly.
It's funny. It's funny that when you want to answer a question, you go, no. It's not that simple. No. It's not a yes or no. Let me take the long route. Let me go around the corner for a second.
You're deflecting. So how about you teach me how to answer a question? Teach me how to answer a question. Is WD Farad black?
You know what he is.
You know what he is.
Yeah, you know what he is. You.
No, is he black? Is he black?
You know what he is. What's your point?
I'm asking you a question. Is he black?
What's your point?
No, a non-black man can't tell a black man how to live. Simple. Simply put, because you wouldn't, if that's the case, why are you yelling at Joe Biden? Why are you mad at Donald Trump? What do you got to lose? Vote for me. You get mad at that. Joe Biden says, if you're not black, vote for me. Yeah, we get mad at that.
I do. Now you're telling me that I'm telling me about Joe Biden?
Brandon, I'm not taking no more B-mans. Can we end the show? Because I ain't gonna lie. I'm starving. Like, I didn't eat dinner. And I would love to have this conversation on a full stomach so I can be respectful to the conversation.
Right on. Well, shout out to George Townsend, Warren Richards, Phantom Brother, Dave Jack in the building, Hustler Slim, Mr. Tennessee himself, Mr. J Dub, 20 Texas in the building. Beat Show Man, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
It's not a cop out. It's 12 o'clock. If you knew my week, man.
Jay, everything said Fred running.
I'm not going to tell you who I spoke to, Rodney. I'm not going to tell you.
Let me run through these so we can get you out of here. I know you got to get your pistachios.
Mm-hmm.
G Brown in the building. He said he came in sample flesh and on the radar. Let me see. Big Rodney in the building. He said, did you speak to Ishmael, Rasul, Kamal?
I'm not going to tell you who I spoke to because
see, no. See, that's the same way.
Exactly. Yeah. And I told you why I can't. I said last week. I said last week.
And he said expand an A count. Yo,
like Dr. Weasel said, weasel. Dr. Wesley Muhammad is a weasel. He's a man. I can't, man. He's a scumbag. Wesley Muhammad is a scumbag. And tell him I said it. He's a scumbag. Y'all motherfuckers got this God complex. Like, this man is God.
No, he is, but you go off on him, but then you get Mauricio and you get Bob and
you know why? You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. I went off on him because I've been holding that shit off on him for at least 12 years. That's why. Exactly. And I make no bones about it. Obviously, Malcolm X is more important to me than motherfucking Mauricio Suleiman. This motherfucker done called him gay. This motherfucker said he got a God complex. He's a hypocrite. Man, come on, man. He be making up shit beyond making up shit. So if we want to go there, we can go there. And we can have this great 6-hour show. And I want to see you defend this shit. I want to see you and Brandon defend this shit.
What's the opposite of a God complex?
Huh? Being independent, being a free thinker. We always want to see one side of it. We only want to see one side of everything because we're comfortable. Our moral palate is that we don't want to have when someone calls in that disagree. Oh, hang up on him. Oh, he can like Tyson Fury. He has a right to like Tyson Fury. How the fuck is Islam going collaborate with Scientology? That's a whole nother religion. Come on, man. Make it make sense, dog. Religion's supposed to stand on its own. How you gonna say, oh, we gonna join forces? You know why? Because it's a non-profit. That's why. And guess what? I got all the man. Well, let's have this conversation when we got time.
So you telling Rodney and you telling Brandon to beam in now?
No,
no,
tomorrow.
You said
all
to
right,
get out of here.
let's get out of here.
I start running through the names.
Let's
now you're
get out
gonna
of
do
here.
it. So
Let's get out of here.
Your word. You're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here. And I can't wait till we have this conversation. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can talk to you want to the people. I'm just gonna tell you what they said. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
All right, cool. Got a couple more. Patricia Shelton has slid in the building too. D. Will in here. D. Will laughing. Everything said Fred lost. Rob G. Film. He said we got time today, cuz. K. the Don done slid in. He said, bro, y'all can't follow narratives and say Fred is wrong. Y'all got to be independent thinkers and do research. That's what K. the Don said. Let's see. We got boxing conversations with Reggie Owens. He said, had a conversations tomorrow. Reggie said he ready to slide up out of here too. Africa Home is in the building. He said, Rachel Dolazad, talk to him, Africa. Maurice McElroy, he said, salute to the chat. Am in the building. Charmaine, he just slid back in. I thought Charmaine was taking off. But Rodney in here, he laughing, man. He said, he mad, True caught, he mad, True caught him a weasel.
I'm not mad. As soon as I hit in, I'm done. I'm gonna drink this orange juice and eat these pistachios, and I'm done. I'm gonna do these 1,000 abs, and that's gonna be it.
Asia Math in here, man. Had a great birthday, man, and we appreciate you for coming in. Asia Math, Dave Jack, Eastside 313 Detroit. Let's see. Everything said DB almost made Fred cry. Man, no, he ain't gonna cry, man, but he gonna pout though. Boxer sparring in the building. He said that escalated quick. The boxing section, TBS. Look, Kyle was like, man, if y'all don't knock it off and get us out of here, he said, we live, Fred. We live.
I know, we live. Tell the truth. Tell the truth and shame the devil. That's what we gonna do.
Fred, live, Live.
I know we live. We live. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Exactly. We live.
This guy Fred is amazing. Oh man. Let's see who else we got. NO Boxing. He said that was about to be fire. Oh, this was about to be fire. Yeah, man. Well, listen, you tune in tomorrow, man. We get it too. And I'm gonna just ask right now. Are you gonna put time restrictions on the brothers at D-Man?
I'm not talking to a motherfucker for 20 minutes. No, I'm not doing that. No, because it's a show. Okay. Because it's a show. You're not the only person in the show. No one wants to hear someone talk for 20 minutes. Not unless they being interviewed. It gets. That's just a fact.
Oh man, that's funny how we make exceptions when we want.
I'm not making exceptions. I do it for everybody. Everybody that call, I don't say, hey, you could talk for 20 minutes. No, if there's a guest, they can talk for as long as you want.
Hustler Slam said, fight fans, you've just witnessed greatness. Fearless Fred versus DB.
No, he did. He called him a queer.
Versus documentation.
I got to bring all this shit. I got videos. He called Dr. Wesley called. He called him a queer. He said the Nation of Islam cured him of being a queer. And I'm glad you remember that quote because I'm going to bring it up tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it for everybody.
Fred, you said to get us out of here.
I'm just talking over you. I'm just talking over you. That's all.
I know. Why are you so emotional?
I'm not emotional. And I could be passionate about anything I want to be passionate about. It's beautiful.
Right. So, but passion means that there's an emotion evoked. So that
is WD Farad. Is the first question I'm going to ask you tomorrow? If you can't answer this question tomorrow, if Brandon can't answer, there's no point in having the con. Is WD Farad black? That's all. If we got to start the conversation, we got to start it from the beginning. From the beginning.
Robert Brown says, question for tomorrow. Why are you so hell-bent on getting at the NOI, Fred?
It's not the NOI. It's the fact. It's the fact that they murdered Malcolm X.
He said
and they okay, and they murdered Malcolm X. Five NOI members. I know. I'm talking over you. That's all I'm doing.
Why?
Yeah, I'm talking over you.
Why? Don't you want to get to your pistachio?
Yeah, I'm just talking over you. I'm waiting for you to say play the song. I'm ready. I'm queued up.
Asian Math said, "Man, I call in for 1 minute. Got a question." No, he ain't gonna take no right now. Yeah, yeah. Brandon said, "I didn't murder Malcolm X." Fire. Big Texas, ATX, Cletus Smith in the building, man. Shout out to Texas, New York, Cali, and everything in between. Everybody overseas, man. Let me see. We need 5 mics for this right now. Who's our brother? Peoples Hernandez. We waiting on you, man. And let's see. Brandon said, I'm backstage waiting. Money in the Ghetto said, did Malcolm break an oath or something? All right, yeah. Fred can answer that tomorrow. Let me see. G Brown said the government did, fam. The government did it. All right, cool. Anyway, man, Peace and love to everybody, man. Hit the thumbs up or hit the thumbs down. Just let us know you was in here. My channel pinned at the top, man. Y'all can subscribe to there. We finna slide over to Cal. Catch you on less than 24 hours. Play the song, Fred!
And his team, we're going to stand together and fight this disease.
Frank Sanchez and FA fighting on Wilder's undercard. Woo-wee.
Fire.
That's amazing.
Hey, you know what? FA might get hey, we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Never knew, I never knew.
Peoples Hernandez! Peoples Hernandez in the house. Drop them 5 mics on us. Appreciate the people.
I'm emotional, I'm passionate, I'm sensitive, but I'm an independent thinker, though. I don't have a God complex. I don't believe no man is going to come save me.
People Hernandez get some love.
Yeah, People Hernandez get some love every night. Thank you, People Hernandez. You know what God is? These hands right here, and this brain, and this heart. That's what God is. God is in your actions and in your thoughts. God ain't in no man telling you what to do. Give me money. Y'all motherfuckers following these guys and giving them all your money, half your money, 10%. And they live in mansions and got new Rolls Royces. And I know. I'm just, you know.
Roy McNeil said Clarissa Shields doing a real fight. Whoa.
Yeah.
Get up. You making grown men cry.
Yeah.
Michael Andrews said all love, family, Fred, DD in the panel. Look you, Michael.
What we gonna title tomorrow's show? Is the NOI a cope? Brandon, my dumb ass about to have some fun tomorrow. My dumb ass about to have some fun, man. My motherfucking weasel dumb ass about to have some fun tomorrow. Now they gonna refute the facts with narratives now. If I use quotes from Farrakhan, what they gonna say? Oh, okay. All right. What you gonna say? If I show you a picture of WD Farad, what you gonna say? What you gonna say? Oh, he was black, man. He's an Asiatic black man. Oh, I know. Y'all gonna come up with all this type of shit. Oh, man. Love your family, man. Love your family. Love the people around you. Every action you do positive is an act of God, okay? Think about it that way. All right? God is not a man on earth, okay? God is not. If that's the case, your grandfather would come back. Your great-grandfather would come back. Ain't coming back. Telling you the truth. Hey, it's all in what you do. Hey. Some things you got to do. Hey. See you tomorrow.
Yes, indeed.
I still love you, though, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm always going to love you.
All right, man. Is WD Farad black? I gotta hear I gotta hear how you gonna say this. All right. See y'all tomorrow, man. Peace, y'all.